Hello everybody and welcome to the UCI Trials World Championship. My name is Andre Burton and I'm here with my co-host for today, Matt Pengelly from Shindig Media. Good morning, Matt. Good afternoon, should I say?
It is the afternoon now. We've been very busy here today with the trials competitions on the Glasgow Green here. And what a fantastic day it's been so far.
It has been epic. We've had 3 incredible competitions already. They've been really, really exciting to watch. And now we are on to the Men Elite 20-inch for the afternoon, which is going to be absolutely amazing. And we have Charlie Rolls, the youngest rider in today's final, who is leading the competition for Great Britain. So he's going to be leading the way of the 6 riders in today's finals.
Here in the friendliest city in Europe.
Yes, voted, I believe, more than once.
and I believe that is true, because so far we've had a pleasant time here.
We've had a fantastic time. Lots of lovely people up here in Glasgow in Scotland, and a very amazing course, beautiful looking. And yep, we're going to be with the Men Elite 20-inch final. So 6 riders, one by one, going through the course, currently warming up. And as you can see, it's been a little bit damp here on the course today. First 3 finals, we had a lot of rain, but this afternoon is looking fairly dry. And here's the medal table so far for the overall World Championships. Of course, every rainbow jersey has been up for grabs in the last 2 weeks, finishing here with the trials event. And so far, the UK, 20 gold medals, 50 medals in total, which is absolutely incredible.
See if we can get some more medals today, eh?
So let's see if we can add maybe another 1 or 2 to those.
Yeah. I mean, in the 20-inch today, there are 3 Spanish riders, a French rider, a Swiss rider, and of course, a great British rider.
Yes, and actually the 3 Spanish riders, 2 of them are former world champions, and one of them, Alejandro Montalvo, is an incredibly good athlete. He's been very, very close to winning on multiple occasions, won the World Cup Series, and we'll see if he can actually get that rainbow jersey today.
And here we can see the competition format. So there'll be 6 riders going through 5 sections.
60 points per section, 2 minutes to get through each section and gain as many points as you can. 300 points, the maximum to win over the whole course of the competition.
I think they've added some other chicken wire there, as we can see, because it has been a very slippery day.
As indeed.
We can see it's been raining most of the morning, but it looks like the sun's come out to try and dry up the course for the rest of the riders, just to give them maybe a little bit more confidence on the bikes.
Yeah, absolutely. And these are the elites. These are the best of the best in the entire world. Anybody who is anybody is here. And we're going to see them tackle this beautiful course the organisers have put together here. The course builders and the UCI have done a fantastic job, and the organisers up here in Glasgow, in Scotland, despite the weather, it's actually worked out fantastically. We've got 5 different sections, each one very, very different from the other. So testing the riders' abilities everywhere around the...
look at see that's the Charlie Army.
The Charlie Rolls fan club,
Charlie Army.
Right there. They've got face masks with Charlie's face on. Absolutely fantastic. So here we go. We're going to have a little look at the rules for the competition today. So we have 2 categories, 20-inch and 26-inch wheels. The riders have 5 sections of different obstacles. Each section, you have 2 minutes to complete all 6 gates, gain as many points as you can. 60 points per section, 300 points in total. If you put your foot down or crash at any point, you get penalty points, and the highest score wins.
Yeah, pretty straightforward there. So let's see if we positive scoring. The temperature's raised a little bit since this morning at 19 degrees. A little bit windier though.
A little bit breezier. It was only 12 this morning and up to 24 kilometres an hour.
So we'll see how that's going to affect the riders. We don't like too much wind on these trials bikes, really.
No, of course it affects the balance.
So let's have a look at some of these sections here. The courses, this looks like section number 1 here, made up of rocks with the UCI logo at the very end there, as you can see. Section number 2, made up of the whiskey barrels and beams.
Such a great section, that one.
I know, and then section number 3, we're calling the concrete jungle there, which is going to add a really, really difficult course, that one. So we'll see how they do on that. Section number 4 is our leafless forest, as we've named it. Lots of logs there going on in rocks, so very natural made there. And one of my favourites here, we're calling the rock and reel section there, made up of rocks, and guess what? Reels.
Indeed. What a beautiful looking course. start and end gates on one side. The riders have to go round to the end and back round the other side. All gates have to be done in order. The riders will be going section by section. So we see all of the riders go through the first section, and once they've completed that section, moving on to the next one. These are the former winners in the last 5 years. As you can see, a different winner every year for the last 5 years. 20 inches, just so close.
Yeah, we're going to see that. There's never really a constant winner, so this is going to be very interesting to watch. And here's our commissioners panel there, who are going to be observing very carefully. Obviously, this is not judged on judges. This is observed. There's a wrong and a right answer here, so the judges can't be swayed at all. So they just need to make sure the riders follow the rules.
Yep, it's not about style. It's about getting through the most difficult obstacles humanly possible on a bike.
See some of the observers there just checking their courses, because this will be some changes from earlier on.
Yes, there is a few changes. They've actually modified a few things from earlier on. When we actually walked the course this morning, they've added a few bits, made a few moves a little bit bigger, and here we can see our 6 finalists.
The current champion right now, Eloy Palau, who's going to be wanting to defend that rainbow jersey.
Yeah, but he is coming back from a big injury that he picked up in the Bentonville Bike Festival C1 event in America, and this is actually his first competition back, so steadily increasing, and it's incredible that he's made the final as it is, so we'll see if he can defend his title.
Seeing the riders just getting ready as well, coming up onto the stage, so we're going to kick off very soon. They'll be going one by one, so it's much easier to follow, and we'll be following each rider very closely through each section.
Yep, so first up from Switzerland, we have Lucien Laser. Lucien's an incredibly powerful rider, absolutely huge moves. You can see elite silver medal in 2015 in juniors, various different wins, really is a force to be reckoned with. And then we have Louis Grillon from France, 24 years old, French elite champion 3 times. Very experienced rider, great to see him qualifying 5th place. Then we have Eloy Palau, current world champion, lots of titles, 25 years old, from Catalonia in Spain. Borja Conejos, UCI elite world champion in 2021. Very good rider. Alejandro Montalvo, who is double junior world champion, waiting for his first UCI elite world champion win. And last but not least, qualifying in 1st place, Mr. Charlie Rolls from the United Kingdom. He's looking forward to riding. He's looking very excited there.
Smile as well, yeah.
Yeah. And earlier on, we saw Oliver Waitman from the UK win the junior 20-inch. So we're hoping that Charlie can follow suit and win his first elite victory here today in Scotland.
A little bit of pressure.
There's a little bit of pressure, but also there isn't really any pressure. He hasn't won yet. There's no pressure. It's all good. Let's see how these guys get on. And here we go. They are off to section 1. Now what they're going to do is they've got a couple of minutes to just walk through the section, look at every line, get it all dialed into their head, know exactly where they're going, making sure they're not going to miss any gates, Charlie. And yeah, they've got to absolutely dial it in, so they've got a mental map of where they're going, so they can be nice and quick. You can see Jerome Chapuis there, who is wearing that fantastic Scottish cow on his head there.
How do I get one of those?
Highland cattle hat.
Loving that.
That's fantastic. He was former Swiss champion. And, he's now the team manager for Team Switzerland. He's going around with Lucien, who will be first up on each section as we go through. So he's just walking through, making sure he knows exactly where he's going. We've got some absolutely huge gates to start.
You can see there from Abel from 2017 will be mining for Borja there, giving him some pointers.
Yeah. And he's actually got 6 world champion titles himself.
Pretty impressive. On the 20s, they're very impressive. He's now
pretty
retired.
Impressive, just pretty impressive. Yeah, he has retired, but he's also one of the top 26-inch riders, and now runs the company that sponsors a lot of these guys, Lean. So here we go, Montalvo just looking through. That is the 2nd gate on this section, and that rock is taller than me. We've got Scott Wilson flying the flag for the UK there. Yes, Scott, we are loving your efforts there.
That is a fantastic outfit there.
Great.
Thanks, Scott.
Hopefully he knows they are in there. Right then, here we go. We've got Lucien making his start on the final. Here we go, focusing in, getting ready. Here we go, and we're off. I'm so excited to see what happens. This is going to be absolutely awesome.
It's been one of the most exciting trials competitions we've had in a very long time. So if you're watching now, you are going to get spoilt.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's managed to dry up a bit earlier on. It was literally raining cats and dogs out there. Oh, look at that, straight up. That is literally over 5 feet. That's just 1A, that is 1A. So each gate is made up of can be multiple gates. So you've got 1A, and this is 1B.
So to use a
straight off there before he gets...
tactical...
Sorry, this is 2, yeah.
Tactical dab there, or a tactical penalty.
Yeah, so that step is absolutely huge. Even Jack Carthy, world champion, was looking at that earlier on and said that is a very difficult gate. Very, very big move. So Lucian now up to 3A. This big hook move. Can he get it? Oh! Straight to front wheel. Yes. Look at that. Smooth as silk. Nice.
That's a bit of a new move in the sport, I must say. It's not something that riders are doing.
Pioneered by Mr. Charlie Rolls as well.
Yeah, it's his signature way. That was very nice work of that. That's actually really tricky.
Yeah, very, very tricky.
Tricky.
May not be the biggest line in the competition, but it certainly took out a hell of a lot of people in the semi-finals. He did ride it in the semi-finals. Nice. Lucian down through that gate, so 30 points so far. Just that one dab, losing the points for gate number 2. He's on to gate number 5. Big step up, hooking the front wheel. Oh, just overbalancing backwards. 30 seconds left though, so actually doing quite well on time. Putting the foot down on the second gate was probably quite a good plan. So he's got the time to get this, and he's up to his back wheel, down to the floor. 20 seconds left. So that was 5A, this is 5B. Very, very steep. Quite good for a left footer. So you'll see as he hooks the front wheel over, left foot has got a bit of space. Oh no!
That's going to be a 5.
And I don't think his axle was through, so I think that's going to be 30 points.
So if you're just honest and wonder what we said, that's a 5. That's because he's used up all 5 of his lifelines by falling off his bike there. They've got a chance to put 1 foot down only 5 times. And if they put their foot down on that particular gate they're working on, they will not get any points. So let's have a look at this hook. Very nice.
I mean, he just made that look so easy, and that is about 1.70 m. That is, I mean, taller than Callum Sherwood. Here we go, straight up.
Lovely swap.
Look at that, sailing through, really, really nice. Here we go, Louis Grillon.
For France here.
See how Louis gets on in section number 1. So straight in for 1A. Big hook. Oh, not quite getting enough momentum. Got to really keep your shoulders forwards on this move. And you see his back wheel hit into that lower rock just at the bottom there. You can see that, and then up to the front wheel. He's holding back. Come on, Louis. He's definitely got this in the tank. Very, very strong rider. Really improved the last kind of year or 2. There we go. Back wheel and getting his way over the front end of the bike and pinning that front wheel in. 10 points so far. And it looks like he's going for it. Let's see what he's got. This is going to be interesting. Oh! Oh my God, he was so close.
Oh no, Louis.
Just slid out, and I tell you what, that was amazing to go for that. We saw Lucian go up and put a foot down, but this is the payoff. Do you go for the risky move?
Yeah.
Might have paid off. He was very, very close to making that. And if he'd gotten through that, he could have ended up being well ahead of Lucian. Unfortunately, it didn't pay off for him this time.
Nothing like the semis. If you watch, these guys only get 1 chance at each section. There's no second goes, no second chances.
So in the semi-finals, the format is 3 laps of 5 sections. Look at this replay. His back wheel was just over anyway. But yeah, in the semi-finals, you do 3 laps of 5 sections. All the points count, but it means you get 3 tries in the sections to try and improve your score each time round. But in the finals, it's just 1 lap of 5 sections, so a lot of pressure to just get everything perfect on the first try. So Eloy, current world champion, possibly only for another hour or so.
Let's see. He's going to have to try and defend that title.
Yeah, let's see what he's got. Recovering from that injury.
Yeah, he actually broke his collarbone, and I spoke to his dad yesterday. He's got 2 plates in there now, so...
Stronger than ever.
yeah, like semi-Terminator.
Yeah. In the way he rides, he could be the Terminator. Oh, look
Look at that.
Yes. So good. I did think that little piece of rock that they would use, but coming out of the side-up move from the floor, that's amazing. And then up this big hook. Yes, no problem for Eloy. Super focused. He knows that there's still a very good chance he can win this, even coming back after his injury. Here we go, getting this run up sorted. Onto there, big hook. Up to back wheel. Oh! Sure, I thought he was miles up that then.
Yeah.
Here we go, come on, Eloy. We've got Andrew Chai, who is a British elite rider himself, and he is on the microphone in the arena, getting the crowd going, getting these riders spurred up to get through the section. So here we go, 20 points so far. Tricky move over that knife edge of a rock. It's really, really skinny edge. A lot of people were slipping off that in the semi-finals. We had that same gate. Here we go. Whoa,
Just holding it there.
fighting it. You see his tyres sliding all over the top of that rock.
Good fight there from Eloy, yeah.
Very good. So there we go, 30 points. Oh, he got a foot down there.
Oh, did he? Yeah, in the 3rd gate there, I see. They've given him
I
a
think
penalty.
he must have touched his pedal on the way up. So here we go, gate number 5. Straight up, making quick work. Got 25 seconds. That is 5A, and he must pass the next one as well to get 5B for the next 10 points. Here we go. Hooking the front wheel over that corner. Look how slippery that is. You see the front tyre just moving.
Look how close
There he
his
is.
pedals are as well.
He's got it. 40 points. 5 seconds left to get this huge move. Oh!
His foot actually
And the
slipped off.
bike's gone that way. He's gone that way. Is he all right? Oh no, not his knee. I know he damaged his knee before.
Yeah,
I think he's okay. I think he's just taking a second.
I think he stood up.
He's up. He's almost
okay,
up.
He's all right. But look how far away his bike is as well.
Yeah, I mean, he hit that with a lot of force, and you hit that at a bit of an angle. Those tyres just flew off.
Yeah, he's fine. He just give us the little hands up there. So.
Let's have a little rerun. Look at this. So nice. Levering that off the front wheel.
Look, fighting there. Just look how close his toe was. That would have been a penalty, but he's just missed it there, which is good.
Yeah, look at this. Here we go. That right foot flew off the pedal.
And that's probably... The grass is still a little bit damp, so it may be that he didn't have the grip there.
It is a little bit damp. It is still fairly damp out there, but these rocks actually have a pretty good friction level. I think they're a kind of limestone, I want to say.
Borja,
They're limestone. Borja Conejos starts section 1. Now, he is going to be super motivated. This guy is an absolute magician.
Yeah, the observers will have some work to try and keep up with him, usually, and especially with the cameramen, but he's seeming pretty calm right now, usually very quick.
Oh my God, as a left footer, can you believe he just got through that? So he is riding with his left foot forward, so for him to go up that rock that way is so hard without hitting his pedal.
Yeah.
So difficult. Maybe we'll see that in the replay later on, how close his left pedal was and how close his tyres are. Look at this, he's just blowing round.
So he's just missed that one again, so he's going to attack it one more time.
He's moving quickly, look, he's only 40 seconds through. He's already down the far end of the course.
Well over a minute left. So
There we go, weight forwards, smooth as silk. I mean, that, not so long ago, would have been a world record move.
it's mental how the level of riding just gets better and better every year. I mean, how far can we go?
Incredible. It is incredible. With the move in technology and the design and build of the bikes and the dedication of the riders actually as well.
They're just making that look easy.
I know, it's not an easy move at all.
No.
Already on 40 points, he has 40 seconds left. So this is going to put the next riders under a lot of pressure now. Straight up, hooking that front tyre, up to the back wheel, drop down.
Nice.
Lining straight up. Now we saw how slippery, you've got to really be in the right point on the front wheel here. So he's gone for the slightly lower edge, readjusts, straight over and down. Oh my Lord, that is incredible. It's nearly 6 foot high, that rock. And he's got a few seconds left to try and get this 6th gate. Oh, he's over.
Yes. 3, 2. I think he's got it by
Got it.
1 second to
60
spare.
points. Incredible riding by Borja. Wow, that is pressure. 2 more riders to go. Alejandro Montalvo is up next, and then Charlie Rolls.
Look at
So
this.
60-point start. Look at this. Okay, this is the
Nicely balanced.
next move.
Oh.
Yeah, the move before that was incredible. And look at this, really smooth. Miles up. Didn't even look difficult.
This
Didn't
what's-
even look difficult.
This is what these guys only make it look easy because they train so hard, incredibly hard.
Yeah, day in, day out. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, he's happy with that. It's a good start for Borja. So he's going to want to come on top as well, as all of these riders will.
So here we go. Alejandro Montalvo starts section 1. Scott still looking like a boss in the background with his Union Jack flags in his hat. Here we go. Dropping down onto the floor, straight in for the first gate, no messing around. Now, Alejandro can be incredibly focused in competitions and really knows how to pull out the bag when he needs to. Up to the back wheel.
Same line as
Fighting
Roy.
through, yeah, but he managed to hold it on, so he will have saved a bit of time, which will come into play later on. Straight round for this next move. Yes,
Lovely.
really throwing the front wheel over the other side of that rock to pull back on the bars, wrench it up the back wheel. 20 points, only 30 seconds in already. Onto this, oh, look at this.
Guys are really nailing this.
The riding level here is absolutely incredible.
Now, this is actually, you can't see from this angle, but it's like a knife edge rock. This was in the semis.
Yeah, it really is. You're right, Matt. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
How are they making it look that easy?
Look, he's over a minute left.
This is where you want to be, halfway
Yeah.
through with half your time.
So this is interesting. The other riders we've seen left-footed on this move, I would say it's a little bit easier, but Alejandro makes it look like child's play. And honestly, that is the result of nearly 20 years of solid training. Right, here we go. That hook. Now that is taller than me. Standing in front of it, that is my head height. I'm 6'6". No, I'm
And
joking.
they're so casual with it, right? Just so casual. Here we go, like that is
Front tyre absolutely on that point.
just there,
Got to
look.
be exactly right. A little bit left or right. It's going to slide off. Straight to back wheel. We saw the other two go over with the front wheel. He's got 14 seconds left. Not a lot of time. Really got to push hard on this. Look at that. Pushing the weight forwards.
And he's going to put with 5 seconds less, is slightly quicker.
Slightly quicker, yeah.
Borja, with, you know, despite being in the same
Now-
sort of team, they'll be quietly competing against each other. You know, they still want to come on top.
Okay, Charlie Rolls for Team GB is going to be coming out last as he qualified first. Under a bit of pressure now as we see some nice replays. Look at that, the movement on that. You can see by the height of the observers at the side how big that step is. And sailing through that last gate, Alejandro super focused today. Here we go.
Charlie now ready to take his approach.
Charlie from Bike Trial Academy UK. He's also coaching the next generation of riders already. Here we go, he's not going to mess around now. That, Charlie does have a beautiful style. See how he gets on with this.
Finesse. A lot of those, he's a crowd pleaser.
Come on, Charlie.
Charlie
Come on, here we go. They've given him a 5 for his back wheel going over the gate. I think his back wheel was a little bit on the left-hand side. So we can't see it from this angle. The commissaires have the final say. Can't be overruled. Charlie is saying it's okay. But
It's a tough one now. No, Charlie's.
so last year in Abu Dhabi in the World Championships, the first section he rode in and unfortunately missed gate, and he couldn't regain the points no matter how well he rode for the rest of it. And there's a conversation going on there, and he's saying,
Yeah.
commissaire is saying it was 100% over. We can't see on our screens from here. That is very, very heartbreaking.
Charlie's a little bit questioning that one. It's very tough here. I know that these observers have got, so perhaps later on we'll be watching some other slow-mos. But here's one.
Yeah, you can see
Yeah.
that his back tyre was very, very
Yeah.
much over to the
Yeah.
left-hand side.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredibly difficult for a left-footed rider. Yeah, you can see his bottom brackets on this side there.
Yeah, because he's put his front wheel through,
Yeah.
and then the back's just on the other side there. So
For a left-footed rider, so some of the riders will ride all the time with their right foot forwards and some will ride with their left foot forwards. And for a left footer, because of the way the rock is, it's incredibly difficult to get into that space.
well, that's fine. Charlie getting 10 points there is better than no points. So
And you've got to remember, there's another 4 sections.
yeah,
And as we saw earlier on, Luca, etc., you could just slip on the start box and get a
all
0.
it takes, or a rider gets a puncture. So we shall see how the rest of the competition pans out.
Here we go. So, Lucian Liza into section 2. Our first look at this section. Personally, my favourite section. I really like this section. I think it looks really nice, rides really well, and tests everything you want in trials. It's a big
They've
static
actually-
power moves.
They've added some beams later on, which we
Yeah.
may see once the riders get there. So let's have a look at the next gate.
And this one we haven't seen yet. It's much, much steeper and higher than the one on the left-hand side of your screen, which is where earlier on the juniors went up, and where we went up in the elite category yesterday for the semi-finals. Lucian not liking this move. Now the thing is to pedal and lift and keep the momentum going on something this steep. Look how steep that is. Oh, so close. And what he needs to do there is just leave his back brake off so that his front wheel can just drop back into the edge and pull on that top edge. Here we go. Come on, Lucian. There it is.
Nicely done.
On the back wheel.
Thought he was going to gap there.
I thought he was going to gap.
Took the safe
Staying on the
route.
back wheel. So 40 seconds left and he's 30 points through. Still hasn't put a foot down. Got this very awkward hook move.
Yeah, because as we were saying earlier, the back wheel's resting on the whiskey barrel, but yet your front wheel needs to hook onto the beam, so it's extremely tricky.
Yeah, it kind of makes your front wheel float off the edge instead of pull into the edge. It's very, very difficult. Oh, and he's done it beautifully. Very nice there. So he really needs to get motoring. Just 15 seconds left. He needs to get as many points as he can. Spin around. And he's got to do this next move. This next move is really, really big. So you can only come off of this barrel. See those yellow gates ahead of him. Now he's very powerful. I think he's got this in the tank. Oh. Yeah,
That'll
just
be
a little
time
bit
as
slow.
well.
That's time.
So they put rope around the barrel next to it, because earlier on in the semis, they were side hopping from that back barrel. This is basically, they have to gap to it. They have to make that gap.
Yeah, absolutely. So 30 points for Lucian on section 2.
You can see that it took him 3 or 4 attempts to get up to that, so that would have really damaged his time.
Yeah,
there.
that affected his time. If he'd made that on the first go, it would have given him enough time to just get to that barrel, make this move here that we're seeing.
Look how big it is, look.
It is high.
Right.
It's high. It's very high. I'd say it's maybe 135, 140. So not the highest these guys can go, but also there's quite a fair distance you have to jump up and across and control your balance. And actually there's another gate on the barrel down, which we'll see in a moment when somebody else gets there. But here we go with Louis Grillon. Come on, Louis. French champion at the moment in the 20-inch elite category. Really improved, really upped his game in the last couple of years. And everyone's been super impressed with his riding.
Yeah, it's probably one of the most improved this season, I must say. And moving on to the Play Carbon bike as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's only 2 of those bikes around at the moment.
Nice and tidy through there. He's going to want to pick up his pace.
Fighting his balance. Look, you see that right on that beam.
Making that gap there.
45 seconds gone already. Can he get this first go? I think this is going to be quite important. If you can get this first go.
Yeah, this is going to really change your section. So
Here we go. Oh, yes.
lovely done. Is it
Very,
the gap?
very nice.
No. I wonder if we'll actually see them gap.
Gap. I mean, I'd gap it, but that's me.
Yeah, but you're on a bigger bike. Right. Yes. But right, this is the stump of stumps, as me and Tom were calling it yesterday, because it really does catch you out. It's really hard for, I think, especially some of the audience to see what makes it difficult.
Wow,
Look at
he's
his
sitting on
back
that
wheel.
perfectly, look.
Yeah, that is.
Sitting on that very nice. He looks kind of comfortable there.
Yeah.
Found a really good position. You can see how steep that is. His back wheel's on right on that. Oh, yeah.
Lovely work from Louis.
Beautiful.
So going to keep it on the back wheel, probably go straight to back wheel. Yeah. No messing
the front.
about. So he's going to probably take a breather here, because as we were saying, this is pretty gnarly.
But he's only got 15 seconds left to get this move. Look at this on the back wheel. If you can get this, this would be great. Yes! Oh, wow, that was so good.
And there's a gate at the bottom there, I think, that he just went straight through. So you can see there's a rope on the side of the wood
Trying
there.
to get this next one. That's
That's
time.
a 5 because of time there. So very unfortunate, but made pretty good progress.
So
40 points
on that one. 40 points on that one for
Have a look
Louis
there.
Grillon.
Gapping down to that. That was still a pretty big gap there, just to try and save him some time. And then look, first go, bang, bang.
Yeah, you see how he ramps up, puts the back wheel on, drops the front, and then does a little kick on the pedals to just take it that little bit further and drop the front wheel onto the top.
And then this up to back. Really nice.
Yeah, really, really good riding there from Louis. You should be very happy with that.
Eloy now.
Here we go. So, Eloy about to start section 2. So he gets on, fingers crossed for him in this section. Getting the bike set and ready. Straight in, wrong way side up, so he's right foot forwards. Naturally, you want to jump to the left-hand side if you ride with your right foot forwards. A little bit more tricky to go the opposite way. Looks like the rain is going now. So things are going to get a little bit harder for everybody. Here we go. Dropping down onto the balance beam, working his way up. All the umbrellas out in the background. No such luxury for the riders, just out in the elements. But we do train in all conditions to be ready for this. Here we go. Big move. Yes, hitting the front wheel over the top of that straight away. He knows he's got to move pretty quickly. You can see him shifting quickly. This awkward hook move. Here we go, looking pretty concentrated. Hooking the front wheel straight away, no problem. See the observers there checking very closely, watching his pedals, watching his feet, making sure he doesn't touch anything. Super, super technical. Nicely done first try. 50 seconds left. Trying to just control things front to back. Drop down, drop the front wheel, have a little breather, get ready for this big move. Has he got the power? So difficult. Doing this move in isolation is one thing. Doing it after you've done a minute and a half of riding is another. Look at that. Straight up, front to back, no problem.
Easy for him there, I think. He made it look easy, sorry.
That's it. He makes it look easy. By no means is it easy. Unfortunately, it's not just like riding a bike. It does take a lot of practice to get to this level. Look at the height of this. Miles in the air. Yes, we've got Danny Comas there. He rides for Comas bikes. Danny Comas is multiple world champion. He was just in there for safety, just in case he fell. And up 5 seconds to get this last gate. Oh, that was a huge move.
So we...
Out at the end, has he got it in time?
Yes!
Did he get it? Did he get it? Oh, come on. There you get him 50.
Said, come on.
Yeah.
He's going to give 50. What we might not have noticed, they've actually added 2 more beams up there to make it even higher. So
Yeah.
on that last gate, they've added 2 beams.
Yeah, so we saw it earlier on in the the finals for the juniors, and it was in the semi-finals for the
this
elites
one
yesterday.
here.
So this one here, they put 2 more beams on. It's now a huge move. Look at that. And just losing his balance a little bit there. And he was out at the end, unfortunately, just like 1 or 2 seconds. And I think he said Odan there at the end.
Yeah, that's
So
unfortunate.
that is pretty frustrating, but still 50 points, which I think is an incredibly good score. Let's see what Borja can bring to the table next. So left-footed, he's a little bit more comfortable on that first move up to the right-hand side. Dropping down, super controlled there, look at that. Over this barrel. Fortunately, the rain stopped pretty quickly. So it's not actually raining right now. Just trying to move through this section. Really, I mean, he's so smooth through the section, isn't he? So fast.
It just looks like he's flowing through it, like just to get to the next gate.
Yeah, it's kind of like, oh, we'll just tick off these boxes, you know, but
Yeah.
they're really hard moves by themselves.
He's not fighting too much, is he?
No, and he just ramped up that
Look.
very, very nicely.
Look at these switches, just really casually, like he's warming up. This is now really tricky here. He took him a couple of goes in the semis,
Yeah, this is interesting. So each bike, if they're slightly different lengths, like wheelbases, geometry, etc., they may or may not sit on that obstacle as well. And I think that's what we're seeing here. We're seeing that the clean bike he's on here is a slightly different length. So actually his back wheel is a bit closer. It's a little bit shorter, a little bit more awkward, but he's done it anyway.
Give him a couple of goes, so that's going to eat through his time. And
look at this balance and control, just straight front to back. It doesn't. He's just on it all the time. And now because he's a left foot rider, he's going to want to put the front wheel to the opposite side.
See how
a little bit more.
Yeah, front to back there.
He drops down. He's got to go over that barrel. Now that's actually just purely because of the rules. They're not allowed to set a straight drop over 1.8 or 1.9 meters.
Yeah, so they'll have to go through another gate.
Have to go through another gate to take the drop height, even though, of course, we can drop much, much higher than that. Here we go, on the back wheel. Oh, up to his bash guard, so he's going to stay on 40.
No.
Has he got time to get through? Oh.
No, they've not given him that.
They've not given him that. I mean, it looked like he went to his bash guard to me.
See that on the replays.
As he, oh my God, oh, that was some good riding.
That's going to be...
Did he get out? Was it 50? Was it 40? Was it 60? Who knows?
All it takes is for the observer to miss it for a second. That's all it is.
I mean, it looked like he fell back to his bash guard, right?
It did it initially, because we're familiar with how the bike moves and lands. So we may see here...
Let's see a rerun of that. Look at this. That is textbook. Perfect. Flying through on the back wheel. Look at this.
Yeah.
I mean, that is almost shoulder height when you stand on that barrel. Look at this. Here we go. Yeah,
that's on
very
the
much to bash guard.
That's a very clear bash there.
I'm very interested to see the scores
here.
Have they
changed the scores? They gave him...
Giving him 50. Which, I don't know if he made it out of the end or...
OK, well, that's not for us to judge. That's their job.
Yeah.
So, Alejandro is up next.
Nice, the crowd in the background. Give us a little wave. OK, Alejandro. What can he bring to the table? 60 points on the first section. Here we go, front wheel, back wheel. Cruising through. Lands, no messing around, straight to the hook.
Lovely pace.
Flying through. That's the thing. It's all about pacing as well. There's stuff that is relatively easy for you. And go through it nice and quickly so that you can set up and have time for the more difficult moves. It's part of the game. Look at that.
First go.
First go, and you can see by the lady on the floor there that it's really, really high. It's like 8 foot, 9 foot high.
Again, Alejandro struggled in the semis with this as well, so he's familiar with the move. Has he?
That's interesting because Louis, who's on the same bike, actually looked very comfortable on it, didn't he? So let's see how he gets on with this. Yeah,
so he just needed to go slightly further forward.
That's quite interesting, yeah. I think it's really about the front wheel and about... You've got to kind of think about the front wheel, not the back wheel, but equally, if you go too high, the front wheel will fall over and you'll hit the frame. So third go, there we go. Look at just on that corner. I did that move myself 3 times in the semi-finals, and it's very awkward. Yes, come on. He's going to have to get a move on. 40 seconds remaining. Needs to give himself a moment to breathe here and get enough power back.
See how he's going to approach it. Is he going to stay on it?
Straight through. Right-footed rider, so he's angled in the right direction. Straight into the next one. He's got 27 seconds. He needs to stay on at least 50 points to keep up with Borja Conejos. On Alejandro, front to back. Now that definitely didn't touch his bash guard.
Oh, that was clearly tyre.
Yeah, all the way down. 50 points there. If he can get this, 10, 9. The clock is going down. Oh, that was definitely a foot.
Yeah,
that's a shame.
Get the points there, and
very, very close. 50 points for Alejandro.
50.
So it's neck and neck for Borja and Alejandro, and 20 points behind for Eloy.
Yeah, so the Spanish all scored the same in that section.
Let's see a little replay of Alejandro on this section. Look at that, such an awkward move to lift that.
I know, it's really hard for, especially the crowd there, because all they can see is the wood, but for you viewers, we're quite lucky, you can really see the technicalities that are involved here.
Yeah.
And
he was fatigued there, I think. I think it was just pure fatigue.
It's incredibly high.
Well, yeah, once you've done all of those moves, he only had a couple of seconds to rest because the clock was going, arms were pumped.
Well, Charlie's got a lot to do to make up for his mistake earlier, and I'm sure he's going to be frustrated. So let's see.
Hopefully now, Charlie, with any luck, will just chill out and ride like Charlie does.
Yeah.
Smooth, fluid, having fun.
It's one thing Charlie does focus on here, which I love about him. He's just like, I just want to go out there and enjoy riding my bike.
Yeah, that's what we all want, actually, you know.
So
Thoroughly enjoyed riding the competition yesterday. First try for Charlie, straight up there, the back wheel down.
I thought he was going to gap it then.
Look at this, such smooth movement all the way.
Slow going, Charlie. This is good work so far.
Let's see how he gets on. Oh, first try, getting that front wheel over perfectly in place. He really wants to get 60 on this so that he can keep a little bit of pressure and just wait for the other guys to see if they go wrong later in the competition.
Won't wait long here, that's for sure. Probably about 5 seconds.
Well, look at this, 1:06. Alejandro was on 40 seconds here, so he's about 25 seconds ahead of Alejandro at this point. Again, left foot right, little hop in. Look at that. And then look at that, backwards through the gate. Lovely little move there.
That was classic Charlie there, really.
Yeah, even a BMXer might have been happy with that. Here we go. Can he get this one?
Take
Balance
a
his
break.
front wheel.
This is big.
It is a huge move, really huge move. Can he get 60 on this section? Come on. Oh. No, he slipped out on the way down. His elbow right, I think he hit his arm.
Yeah, he went for the clean there. I mean, he may...
That is upsetting. 40 points.
Unfortunately for Charlie there. He's not one to take a dab or a lifeline, as we've been calling them for you viewers. He wants to go all or nothing.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. That is a little bit frustrating there for Charlie. So 50 points in total for Charlie. Alejandro and Borja out ahead with 110 points after 2 sections. We still have 3 sections to go. All can change, like we saw earlier on. He actually put his front tyre too far into the top of that.
Yeah. Gap too far.
Yeah. I think almost he was going a little bit too quickly. Maybe the pressure's getting to him a little bit.
Yeah, that's a tough one there. So
the current standings after 2 sections, Charlie Rolls is actually down in 5th place at the moment. Same points as Louis Grillon. And then we've got Lucien Laser in 4th place, Eloy Palau in 3rd, Borja Conejos in 2nd, and Alejandro Montalvo.
Let's see, someone could just fall at the first gate, like we've seen twice today.
Twice today, yeah, and change the whole competition. So here we go, Lucien straight in. So this is interesting. I thought this was going to be a hook from the floor on that first gate, but he's found a sneaky little line to go round, which is pretty cool, clever, very clever. And then you can see the yellow gates up on the top of this block. Our first look at section 3 on the back wheel. Nice side up, no problem for Lucien there. And then this next bit I'm very, very interested to see. So you can either do this, you see the 2 circles on your screen there that he is between at the moment. I think it's a possible gap in the middle, but that's just me. The other way is just like this. You're gonna have to drop down, go into this very, very horrible edge, but you can see where his back wheel is, right next to the hole in the circle.
Scary.
Very, very awkward. Slippery, yeah, a little bit damp. It's going to be such a big pull from here. Look at this, back wheel right on the corner of that. Oh, he's done it, amazing. Nice. Absolutely amazing. That is such a technical, difficult move. And then this big ramp, he's got to pedal as hard as he can. Look at that, child's play.
Well, that was nice and easy there.
No problem for him.
That kicker looked so scary when we did the walkthrough this morning.
Yeah, it's a strange kicker. These guys usually use just little booster kickers, really. And this is more of a, as far as we're concerned, a BMX ramp.
Well, he's up and through it, so now on to the 3rd gate.
Yeah, this big hook move. It's actually a fairly short run up. I did think maybe they'd be trying the gap off the block just under the bottom of the screen here, you can just see off screen. But there's also this short run up to the hook. Now the problem is with this particular type of move, you don't have a lot of forward momentum. It's incredibly hard to get your shoulders forwards over the top of the bike to pull it up over the edge.
And they've only got probably 1 full rotation in their cranks, right?
Yeah, and I think even barely a full rotation on that one. You have to start with your front foot down. It's all about working out distances and paces. Let's have a quick look back. Look at that front tyre pulling on that edge. And he actually got the back tire miles onto that.
Yeah, that was really well done from Zian.
I tell you what, he is one of the most explosive people I've ever seen. I mean, in box jumps, you see him in the gym and stuff, and that guy can jump.
He is a powerful,
Should have been a basketball player.
powerful rider. So Louis Grillon now for France, 24 years of age. And, he's going to show us now his approach to.
Yeah, so this is the way I thought they were going to go. So straight from the grass, big run-up hook.
Oh, he's going to have to take another run at that one.
Yeah, so struggling to get his shoulders forwards enough. The grass being wet, slippery, it's going to be a bit slower. Harder to put the power down, harder to keep the weight forwards. There it is. Second time, nicely done. Here we go, on the edge. Straight up to the top. Great ride in there.
Making up for his time there, so taking the side opting approach. He's got to make his way up to that high block there. You can see it's pretty high up there. You just chip by the
Onto
judge.
that little point as well.
Oh, just making it that much more difficult or easier, however you want to see it.
Yeah, this is interesting. They're all choosing to drop down. I mean, I can't blame them. It is a
Yeah,
huge
so
gap
they
to
can't.
top.
If they
I'm
want
quite
to-
excited to see if anybody's going to do it.
They can't land on that box or block, sorry, to Louis' left, because there is rope there, an imaginary wall, so they cannot use that.
And this run up here, you can see he's going left foot and then right foot to bring the power in and get the front wheel over. So it's half pedal stroke. It's more or less exactly 3 meters top to top, that gap.
Unfortunately there for Louis, he's going to have to take a penalty, a lifeline there.
Oh, just getting his foot back on in time. It's a very, very steep move, that.
And they're slanted as well, ever so slightly. Like, what did you say? They've got a little bit of camber there.
Yeah, a little bit of camber on the top of those circles. So the front tyre's pulling on a very, very sharp edge. And then as you lift the back wheel, because the camber's facing backwards, slides backwards, he's looking at it thinking, this is really close. It's a very short run up. It's exactly what I thought. And he's got a flat tyre. Like I said, that circle is very sharp, and that's why he's got a puncher. Very sharp edge.
It doesn't matter how good you are a rider, if your bike sort of fails or something goes wrong, and you can see him running there now. He's probably going to fix that puncture or grab his spare bike there, but I've got a feeling he would rather fix that puncture because he's been riding this all competition. Yeah, look, dead flat tyre. He just looks with.
Yeah.
That must have happened pretty quickly.
Very easily done. Those sharp edges, might be able to land onto it smoothly, but then you pull so sharp and hard on the handlebars. So sharp and hard on the bars. So just 10 points for Louis in section 3. Right, here we go. Eloy, 20 points behind the 2 guys out front at the moment. He has a good ride here. Could pull it all back. Light work of that. It's hilarious,
So
isn't it?
quick with his hooks there, isn't
And it's such a big move as well. Like, it makes it look very easy. And I'm kind of thinking, wait, hang on a minute. Is that the move I looked at earlier? Because, you know, like, that's really not that easy.
really high up.
5 or 10 years ago, you know, that would have been the absolute hardest move in the section. So here we go. He's going to line up. And because of all those little notches in the top of these concrete blocks, you've got to line up to one side. You've got to choose left or right.
So he's right-footed, so he's going to be
He's
off
static.
to the right.
As you can see, look at that tyre. It looks like he's got a knife in his front tyre. It's that sharp.
Yes.
Big move. Has he managed to avoid a puncture? That's the question.
Straight onto the ramp.
Louis didn't do the kicker. Did he?
No, he must have, because he got to the next part of the section.
I don't remember.
It all happened so fast, didn't
Maybe
it?
I'm losing my mind.
I know, it all happened so fast. We have been sat here for a long time, but it's all for good cause. So let's get...
He's got a flat tyre.
He's got a flat tyre as well.
He's got a flat tyre as well.
Oh, my goodness.
And to be honest,
He's not going to stop, though. I know, Eloy, he's going to now try and go to pedal, I
on
reckon.
top of that, I think. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's annoying. I can imagine almost every rider's going to get a puncher on that move because it's so
What do you
sharp.
think is going to benefit here? Would it be better if they had a slightly harder tyre? Or
What would be
slightly-
better is if they could gap as far as me and they just gap the whole thing.
This is the 20s here. It's a pretty big gap,
They can do it, mate. I think they can do it. The problem is it's very scary.
No, I think it's the
Very
consistency.
scary.
I've seen those guys do that size gap, but in
Yeah.
a competition
100%.
environment, it's very different.
Yeah. And it's a lot of power to put down. It is quite slippery. And the consequences of putting that much power down on the height of those circles. I think we're going to see it. I'm pretty sure there's going to be somebody that will do it. If they don't, maybe I'll get my bike out and do it later. But
You've called it now, mate, so we might have to get you doing that. So Borja is now up again for Spain.
yeah, you never know. I reckon we're going to see one of these guys do this. So, no messing around. He needs to go as fast as possible, as smooth as possible. Be interesting whether anybody's put their front tyre pressures up a little bit, just to avoid that puncture.
That's what I was going to ask. So, like, would that benefit or not? Because if there's more pressure, it's probably more pressure to pinch it. So it's a very difficult thing to get right.
I mean, we've seen a lot of people riding with like super flat front tyres. Like Jack Carter used to ride with super flat front tyre, and I was like, how does he not get punctures? But sometimes I think with the lower pressure,
Yeah, look how sharp.
what's interesting here, he's left-footed, and he's gone over to the right-hand side. What?
Well done.
That was amazing. Oh my lord.
Completely different approach.
At 90 degrees.
But what's funny is he just saw both riders go that side and get punctures.
Yeah, but I mean, you're going to have to hook it left or right, and I think he felt like the twist was a safer option, which is pretty mad. Oh, what? Oh!
Do you know what?
No way!
He's got a front
Oh my God, Borja is an absolute hero. I don't know if he has got a puncher. Yeah, he has.
Has he got a puncture as well?
I think he has. But that was a stunning line.
Look at
Stunning
that.
line. Check this out. He's going to go up this. You have to go backwards off this. Yeah, he's got a puncher as well. I think they're all going to get
Oh my goodness, 3.
Oh God, here he goes. Can he hold it? He's holding. He's got to go backwards, I believe.
What?
Check this out. Oh, he's going to turn. Turn it all the way around. He's got 40 points. I actually can't believe. Oh, he's got a gap, of course. Oh, look.
He's only gone it. Oh my goodness, boy.
What a legend.
Look at that.
Is that 50 points? Oh no, because there's a C. That's A, B, and there's a C. I'll be honest.
16 years
for
riding it, never ever seen 3 consecutive punctures, one after the other.
That's unbelievable. This is the absolute best one. Yeah, but look how sharp that is. It's like a razor.
And you look, it's already flat there, and he knows. Look, so you can see he knows, and he just went for the back wheel move.
Yeah.
Really.
Personally, the thing is, if you do the gap, yeah, it's a big move. Look at the tyre. Look at that.
What?
Struggling for grip. That was amazing riding.
Fighting there.
The thing is, if you do the gap, your back wheel will be landing on a softer edge. You know? So you're less likely to get a puncture.
I wonder if Alejandro goes for the
power
gap.
in. Come on, Alejandro. Well, I can't call it.
I'd love to see Charlie go to front.
I know. Only hope.
We can only hope. So let's see how Alejandro does now in this section. So far, 3 punctures. Incredible.
I can't say I'm surprised. It's so sharp on that edge. Now, what they need to do is be as gentle as possible. Probably should have gone with a chisel and just taken off that sharpness. Look, you can see here, look at it.
Isn't it? That is so sharp.
And it's all on one side of the rim because it's a curve, so it'll be pinching on that left-hand side of the rim. You can see there,
Hitting the rim.
look at how sharp that is. Come on, come on. Big bit of power there, switching straight up to back tyre. Now, if he is getting a puncher, he needs to go as fast as possible. Let's have a look. I think it's flat already.
It's really,
Genuinely think it's flat already.
really hard to tell when it's in
Yeah.
the grass. So let's see on the hook. We'll soon find out.
We are watching the same live feed that you guys are, so we can't see it. We're not in the arena watching, unfortunately.
I'm just on the edge of my seat here.
Here we go. No,
I think
no
he's-
puncher.
I think he's
And
fine.
made the hook. Here we go, check this out. Why would you go front to back on that? I have no idea,
I
but
just thought that too.
big props to him for that. So, this is interesting. Which way is he going?
Can have a slight advantage here with his actual tyre inflated.
Yeah. Oh, look at, did you see his back tyre there? Right on the edge. Up to back wheel. This is a very dirty, scary gap. Yo, oh, he's across.
Nicely done.
And there you go. That will be 50 points. Alejandro, come on.
Now, let's see if he's...
Here we go. This looks so difficult. Oh!
His back wheel
Oh my God,
side.
what an effort. Did you see it? That was incredible. He went up like that, like a rocket. I thought that looked incredibly hard. So he was off his front wheel on that because they didn't put the the little hook bit across the whole thing. So check this out, really short, shoulders forwards, big burst of power on the back wheel. Check this out. Look at this front wheel on that.
Crazy.
Oh my Lord.
Side hopping.
Yeah, so
Holding that.
you see the back wheel right on the edge, controlling his balance. You can see the crowd there watching, thinking, what is going on? And then this move, so he tried to get his back tyre, but I think he just missed. He missed that little ledge. So there's actually a gap in the middle. They put a block on each side. There's a little hole in the middle. Charlie's already in, and he's already 10 points into the section. So excited to see what he can get on this. Let's have a look. Up to the front wheel. I think by the way he's lining up, he's going to drop down and go for this hook move.
Yeah, come on, Charlie.
Now, Charlie is very, very good at these sort of steep static hooks.
He loves them.
Yeah, it's whether he can avoid the puncher on this. Look at that. It looks, I mean, it literally looks like...
Looks flat, dead flat already,
Yeah, look at that.
Let's hope this inner tube's going to work
To
for
the
Charlie.
cameraman there, that's exactly the angle you want to see. Come on, Charlie, come on. Big burst of power, up to back wheel. So controlled on the top of that. And he's turning around. Has he got, it doesn't look like he's got a puncher. I think he's all right. Cruising up the big kicker there.
Tough, because Charlie does run quite a flat front tyre, so it might be difficult for us to tell.
He does. Here we go, he's going for it. Oh, no, he realised that that was actually pretty crazy. So he's going for this very short run up. You see his left foot is forwards, fairly low down. Yes.
Nice, Charlie.
Beautiful bit of riding. Here we go. And front and straight the way down. A bit of Charlie style there. And he's a left-footed rider, so that's why you can see the difference. Alejandro was facing the other way, which means he can go up and he's just set up for the next line. I think the left-footed rider, you've got to go up and then turn around on this point.
Wow, this is
A little bit
really
harder.
difficult. Just to add to it, a full 180 on the back wheel.
Yeah.
Really thin.
If he can get through this next gate, keep 50 points. Yeah, there it is. And down, it's 50.
So 10 seconds.
Yeah, he's just going to have to motor on, just get pedaling. Here we go. Oh, I think
that's
he's going to be out of
unfortunate
time.
there.
I don't think he's got time for
Got the
another
50
run.
though, I think, so that's
Yeah,
good
got
enough.
time.
He's
50
managed to
points.
catch up there. Well done, Charlie, there. Really well done. So,
Yeah, so
he's managed to catch up. Only 10 points behind third position, but he will need like another clean or 60 points to catch up.
yeah, if we want to get Charlie onto the podium, if we want to see him up there, he's going to need Eloy to drop 10 points, but he's clawed back quite a lot with Eloy having just 20 points on section 3. Charlie finishing with 50 points, leveling up with Borja and Alejandro on that section. So we can see the scores here. Louis Grillon, 60. Lucien Laser, 80. Charlie Rolls on 100. Eloy on 110. And then 160 for both Alejandro and Borja. So we do have two guys out in the lead. It's going to be incredibly close. You can see the rain absolutely flying down now. It really is raining heavily. Okay, into the first gate of section 4. Oh, this is so exciting. I'll be honest, the rain on and off kind of makes it really exciting, and it's quite nice that we're in the commentary box and I'm not out there on my bike. So,
And also
oh,
now,
look at that! You see that?
and now
Really
all of the riders will be riding this in the wet. So it's kind of fair. This is a good timing for nature. So thanks for that.
Yeah, instead of halfway through one of the sections with the riders, kind of started right at the right time / wrong time.
Yeah, if there is ever a right time.
Yeah, this move. Now we looked at this move earlier on. We looked at all of them, but we looked at this move, and this is awesome. It's wow. It's a huge move, isn't it? Absolutely huge. There is a little bit. You see the chicken wire on the top of that. Just a little bit of wire on there to give the tyres a bit of purchase. Without that purchase, you're putting that kind of force onto the front tyre. You're going to be off in a split second. And up through gate 4. So he can get through gate 4. This is the same as the semi-finals, this particular move. There it is.
Nice.
He's done really well on that.
Yeah, he's flown through that quite nicely. I mean, it made it look easy, but really tricky. Down through the narrow logs there, through that little...
And then he is into this. Now, this is a very, very tricky move. You can see he's got to go right up the end of this log.
It's going to be really... So he's actually left-footed, as you can see, so it's a little bit in his favour. The right foot riders are going to struggle here.
Yeah. And as you can see, yeah, just both toes down at the same time.
Lifeline's gone, so I think that's 30 points there for Lucien.
Yeah, so you just missed gate 3, but you got gate 4. I'll just wait for that to be updated. Yes, it is 30 points.
Section number 4.
For Lucien. Check this out. Look at how big that move is. And then just didn't quite, because of that log behind his back wheel there as well. Very
look at this. So high.
That's really high, really awkward. For a right-footed rider, that's going to be very, very tricky.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you cannot go any further to the left because of the rope there. So you're going to have to go dead on. Let's see how Louis Grillon for France is now going to do on section number 4.
And the heavens have really opened here. And this is going to be very tough for these guys. I'm always shocked at how well I'll be honest, I'm shocked at how well I rode yesterday in the rain, but how these guys get on in the rain.
We all were, don't we?
Thanks, mate.
Now, Louis there, 10 points.
Yeah, 10 points already in this section.
Lovely switch there.
Light work, light work.
Really? Such a nice style.
Well done, Louis.
So, straight up to back wheel.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Obviously feeling comfortable.
Look at the rain just pouring down. Not the best conditions to be riding in.
Slightly comforting that we're
Yeah, here we go. There's a lot of umbrellas out at the moment. Okay, focusing in. Here we go. Can he get it? This is going to be interesting. Oh,
so slippy. He's even taken some of the bark off there.
The thing is, he went for a kind of a hook technique, but I don't really know that there's enough room there to get through with that technique. It was even in the dry, that would be a bit of a gamble, I think.
Does that side sort of favour the lefties there?
Do you know what? Personally, I don't know that it does so much, but I quite like.
Because obviously Louis right-footed
side up,
so.
Yeah, it will favour the left footers, I guess. Yeah, it will.
Or most of them will feel more comfortable.
Yeah,
right.
And especially in the wet, because when you go to the wrong side, you in the wet especially, because you're pushing the front wheel in more as you go to the wrong side. So you'll see as the next riders come up, when they get there, they're going to be pushing the front tyre onto that edge. And as a right-footed rider, there's more stress on the front tyre when you go to your wrong side. Always is. So
more likely to slip.
More likely to slip. Right. Exactly. Here we go. Come on, Eloy.
Eloy now is also a right-footed rider, so we're going to see his approach onto that gate.
As long as he gets there, which he will.
He will. I'm pretty confident with Eloy. So flying through.
He's so good to watch, isn't he?
10 points. Holding that rope.
I love the way they're making this move look very, very light and easy, but it's very, very difficult hook. Yeah, it's a very tricky hook.
Here we are now. So the gate number 3. So I think that's only part A.
Here we go. So for gate number 3, come on. Lot of focus. Lot of focus. Onto the back wheel. Look, yeah, you see? Whoa! He's so close.
Really tough there.
You can see, as a right-footed rider, you have to really push the front in. You can't lightly put the front and pull the back up as much. But he knows he can do it.
Second, this is going to tire him out as well.
Yeah, it's going to be eating power. He's doing well on time.
Come on.
But it's going to be tricky.
Come on, LA, get that one again.
Come on.
Let's go. Oh, good recovery. I think his back wheel slipped on the rock.
Yeah, I think he sort of slipped as he came into the pedal. The thing is now he can be rushing because he wants to get through it. He needs to calm down, slow it down. There it is. Incredible. Incredible. Fourth try.
He's going to want to try and pick up the pace a little bit now after wasting some time.
30 seconds left. 30 points so far. Oof. Front tyre nearly washed out. That was a really slippery, very slippery line.
Nicely done. So
just again, right-footed rider on this line. First time we get to see a right-footed rider on this line. See how he gets on. There we go. Come on. Wow,
again.
That was so close.
Really close. He's still got time. Come on, 5, 4.
I think they've given him a point. So they gave him a point for his toe touching on the way up. So there's no point in camera half quartering on at that time. So can't gain any more points. That's 40 for Eloy.
Yeah, a little bit frustration there in his face. He knows he could probably have done better there.
Little replay there. Look at that. Tipping
40.
right over the handlebars, getting his shoulders and his head right over the front. And you can see they just touched his toe a little bit. Nearly made it. Tell you what, without that metal on there, not a chance.
No, it would have been zero grip.
Well, yeah, absolutely zero.
So Borja now put on an incredible show in the previous section, going through like what, 2 gates with a puncture. So unbelievable.
Yeah, that was just fantastic to watch. The level that these guys are riding at and the determination they have, unbelievable. Here we go up to the back wheel, gap through the tree there.
Now this is Borja's a lefty, so it might feel a little bit more comfortable on this gate.
I'll tell you what, it's a good thing there aren't any leaves on these trees. They'd be getting caught right up.
Yeah, you're right.
Here we go, up to back wheel. Yeah, so you can see with the left foot, you just have that little bit more clearance. Not impossible with the right, as we saw with Eloy, but a little bit more clearance. Don't need to dedicate so much weight to the front because you've got the space to bring the bike round to the side on the way up. You made light work of that. Look at that, minute 13 left. This will be good for him.
Just holding it there, almost lost his balance. All recovered. He's a big fighter, Borja, isn't he?
Absolutely, yeah. He will keep fighting till the end.
Now, again, this seems to favour lefty, but we don't know yet, so...
Yeah, I think this is a very, very hard gate. I think it's technically very challenging. You've got to kind of really get the front wheel over the top and pull back on the front tyre. See? Yeah.
So
it's difficult to see on your screen. Very, very awkward. It's quite an overhang. There's quite a bulge from that top log there.
well done, Borja.
See that coming?
That was so fast.
How did he do that? How did he get the front tyre to grip on that? That was really, really good bit of technical riding. And this is massive. Look at that.
Wow, you can see there.
I stood in front of that. That's over my shoulder height. That is a long way up. Come on.
Oh, just couldn't get there. So he's going to, he'll be happy with 50. He's giving it his best shot. He's got slightly further than the other riders there.
That is absolutely incredible. Now, Alejandro is a right-footed rider, so I would say this section is a little bit better for a lefty. It's going to be interesting to see what happens next.
But doing really well. He hasn't got anything less than 50 in the section so far. So that'll put him on 210 now, but we've still
That is
got a couple of riders.
pretty amazing, isn't it?
So I think Alejandro will be up next. Let's see. Also on the same score as Borja from the other sections.
Yeah, so this could make a big difference. Ooh,
Little slipped a little bit there.
He's right.
Kind of shook him up a bit.
Shook me up a little bit.
So again,
Alejandro, come on. Yes. Very focused. Very.
very stylish as well. These guys just.
He trains so hard. He's got the most insane setup in his back garden to train. No, this will be difficult, but I know he's incredibly good at these kind of moves. So a lot of concentration, figuring out everything, working out his exact line, exactly where he's going to hit the rock. First try.
Done it. First try. That's going to be really important now for the rest of his section.
Yeah, that was absolutely incredible riding.
See if he's going to get this first time as well. No time wasted right now.
Oh, and he's doing really well. Look at that, sailing up.
Making it look like a ride in the park.
Yeah, we're in the forest.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Now, I hope he can get this. I'm wondering if he's actually going to use the same idea and try and hook and go straight up to the front tyre. Wait right to the front.
He does.
He did.
Nice.
That is where the chicken wire is worth its weight in gold. Maybe more. All right, here we go. Can he get this? 30 seconds, he's absolutely flying. He's got time.
Yeah, exactly. He's got some time.
Now he needs to take a big breath here. Needs to take a big breath. Come on. Oh, that was huge.
He made that look small though. It's massive.
Yeah, and he's riding round. Oh, he's got this last gate. This is huge as well.
15.
Wow. Wow, that was awesome. 60 points.
Alejandro Montalvo with 60 points there. That will put him in the lead so far.
Oh, he's up to 220 points. He goes 10 points ahead of Borja. Last year, he was winning the World Championship right up to the last section, then had a little slip and lost it all. There's one person that's been trying so hard to win this title for so long. It is Alejandro, and that move alone, whoa, he's worth it. And that move there was incredible. Throwing the front wheel up, twisting to the side, keeping grip. Look at the excitement on his face. He knows all is to play for now. We have Charlie Rolls fighting for his place on the podium.
Keep it chilled. Sometimes can be a little bit rushed, Charlie. Gets a bit excited at these competitions.
Excited, doesn't he? Here we go. Nice and smooth.
Yeah.
Come on, Mr. Rolls.
The youngest rider competing in the finals today, so a lot of not as much experience as some of these other guys, but just as much skill. Oh,
He even stalled it out. Didn't even touch the back wheel on the way down.
Absolutely.
Literally a little tabletop to drop down. That is just how Charlie rides.
No, but sorry, Charlie, no points for style, mate.
No, but you do get props for it. Here we go. Come on. Yes, mate.
Oh, wheel.
Here we go.
Slip there.
Excellent riding from the Team GB athlete, Mr. Charlie Rolls.
More than halfway through with more than half of his time left, so take a breather, mate.
He is going fast. 2 gates left to do. Come on, Charlie. Wow, straight over again.
Back wheel.
Didn't even need the back wheel on the log. He's so good at committing that weight straight over to the front wheel. Look at this. Oh, yes,
Charlie.
That was huge.
40, you can hear Andrew absolutely screaming in the
That is literally
arena.
the biggest line I've ever seen him do to front like that. So he is really on it. Now, come on, Charlie. Here we go. Come on. Let's do this. Let's do this. Whoa, there it is. The back wheel.
I think they've given him a 5. I think he knocked the marker out.
Did he knock the marker out?
I think.
He got 50.
But look, still laughing. Still laughing. He definitely has the most
To be
fun.
honest, style points, he did do a 180 dismount and roll out the
this is
exit gate backwards.
This was BMX. He'd be clear winner.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Not. No, this is about getting through obstacles. Look at this as a replay.
Just
Front
like,
wheel way
oh,
over.
I need to use
a little
that.
bit of style, tweaking it out there. And then this move. Look at that. He's miles up it.
Covering there as well.
That log, honestly, is...
Let's have a look. I've got a feeling. Yeah.
He saw it as well, look. He
Yeah.
knew it.
Hit one of the
He knew it.
gates.
And there it is. The 180
Comes out with
dismount
the
backwards. Fantastic moment. Such a shame he just hit that marker out on the very end.
So there'll only be 50 for Charlie. So he's on the same
He
point.
jumps ahead of Aloy. He could still be on the podium. He jumps ahead of Aloy because of the... wait a minute, let's have a look at the scores here. Yeah, he's got more 50s. He's got more 50s, so it goes to 50s. He's got 2, Aloy's got 1. And if they were to finish on the exact same scores, it would go back to the semi-finals results. And obviously Charlie won the semi-finals, so he would be on the podium. But last section, a lot of rain coming down now. This is the land of umbrellas. And Lucien here, straight into gate 1 in this big hook in the rain. Imagine just being on your bike and riding over these obstacles and then add a torrential downpour into it. And yeah, this is very tricky. Trials is very difficult in the dry. And when it's wet, it's a nightmare.
Oh, wow.
And that is about as good as it gets. That's incredible riding.
He made that look incredibly easy.
Made it look so straightforward, but trust me, that is very technically difficult.
Yeah.
For a left-footed rider, that's very awkward.
It's the thing, some of these crazy moves may go unnoticed because these guys just make it look like a ride in the park.
You see, that's interesting. So he's dropped down. Again, why not just gap across? He's very strong.
That's slightly smaller than the other one.
Much smaller, yeah. It's a definite gap across the top. I think we're going to see a few people gap that.
May not have been ready.
Lucien's very strong. He can easily gap that one. But maybe he's just trying to play it safe. A bit more of a guaranteed move doing the hook, maybe. And here we go, round the far side. Now look at this. You can see the cable reel up to the left-hand side of your screen. He's got to go from this one and try and get the front tyre over the top, all the way up there.
Oh, a little bit of
This
hand shaking.
Oh, yeah. He needs to make sure he's ready for this one. In the rain, this is going to be, and this is a challenge no matter what. Here we go, check this out. Sinking the front wheel right the way over.
Look how steep he is there. He's going to have to use...
Very steep, very wet. Putting a foot down, choosing to survive that move. And yeah, that's his... Oh, yeah, okay, he is allowed to drop down there. Can he get another? He's got 10 seconds left. He can get through.
And you can see, I mean, this next gate, you do not want to be running at that with 5 seconds left. It's probably one of the hardest gates here in the competition.
Yeah, he knows it. He knows it. 30 points in the last section for Lucien. Incredible effort there. To make the finals is very, very difficult. People spend their whole careers never making a single final. And here we go, top 6 in the world for Lucien. Probably not as good as he would hope, but still an incredible performance in very tough conditions. Look at this. Yeah. That front tyre right the way over the top, missing his pedals, got to watch the back wheel, and then straight the way down.
Using that clearance really well there.
Look at this, with the rain coming down, what a replay. Throwing the front wheel over. Looked like he was...
You could see the crowd just... jaws straight to the floor there.
Yeah, literally everyone's just going, what am I watching in the rain? Oh, blimey. Right, here we go. Louis Grillon, I hope, can have a very good ride here. So, hooking the front wheel. I can hear the rain pouring down now.
Yeah, it's really heavy.
Yeah. Not slowing him down, though, is it?
No.
Absolutely amazing.
Good pace here.
Yeah.
Louis. And this is a really technical rock. I'd love to see his approach as well. Will he make it look just as easy as Lucien?
Yeah, so he's right-footed, so it should be, in theory, a little bit nicer maybe for him. Yeah, a little bit nicer.
That clearance.
Yeah, so because you've got that clearance for the pedal, when your left foot is forward, you're closer to that rock. It's much, much more tricky to get into the right place. And then he's going to be fighting for grip. We saw the girls flying out on the middle of these cable reels before. There we go, up on the back wheel, watching that front axle through the gate now. I think he's going for the gap. He did have a quick look at it.
Yeah, go on, Louis.
Come on. There it is. Oh,
he's gone for it. Good effort.
Good effort. Good effort. It is a long way.
Go for the... Oh! Is he going to...
What's he on? What's he on?
I think... No, because he kept his left foot on that side of the frame, so I think he's going to be OK.
Yeah, so if you land on one foot, it's fine if the other foot's off the bike, but if both feet are over the centre line of the bike, then it is a 5 if one foot's on the floor.
So amazing recovery from Louis. That's a really good battle there.
So he won't get the points for 3, but he's got a minute left. He's flying through. He's got almost a minute left to try and get this gate to get another 10 points. Get as many as he can. He's going to finish 6th no matter what, I think. But, yeah, look at that. Right on the edge. Look at the steepness of that. Unbelievable. Oh, so close. Just slid down. I think he's going to take it there. Can have a little wave to the crowd, way up in the air.
Well done, Louis, mate. Really, really good effort there.
Yes, he's happy with that. French champion and 6th place in the World Championships in 2023. Incredible riding from Louis Grillon.
He keeps improving and improving every competition, getting more and more points. So I'm sure he'll come back again next year.
Bigger, stronger and better.
Bigger fight, yeah.
Close to that gap. Look at that, the angle of the bike. And they land that catch. Oh.
Not enough, is it, to get on top there, but...
He is incredibly close to that. That is such a scary move. And in the rain, this is absolute madness. Here we go, Aloy. Ready and raring to go.
To think that this rain, once they get really wet, it's going to weigh them down a bit. Do you know what I mean, you know?
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty small. It could double his body weight. All right.
Right, Aloy now.
So look at that. They're watching for that pedal on that slope. Not allowed to touch your pedals, remember. Only allowed to touch the tyres. Anything else, if you brush your handlebar, it's okay. If you lean your handlebar, it's a 5.
Probably have the same approach as Louis here, using the full clearance of the frame to really, hopefully not to touch the rock with his frame. Oh, very close. They're just always millimetres away.
Yeah, slightly in the wrong place, a little bit of a slide. And going into the middle of that, a bit of an angle, I'm impressed that they're not
I think he's
sliding their
getting
tyres
ready
sideways.
for the gap. Look at
Yeah,
this,
he wants to
this.
do the gap.
He wants to do the gap. The crowd want to see this, I'm sure.
I want to see this. Come on.
Come on, come
On
on.
the back wheel.
Come on then.
Big effort.
Oh, it's a recovery. Wow.
Hero. What a hero. Up to the back wheel. Look at how much he got the back wheel.
I mean, that probably couldn't have gone better unless he made the gap. But in terms of that recovery, that was a fantastic from Ella.
I'll be honest, as far as I'm concerned, watching, I think that was better than making the gap.
Probably was, actually, wasn't it? Yeah.
You see the 26-inch riders warming up in the background there as well.
All right.
Here we go. Right, has he got this? On the edge. Yes. He's held that perfectly. But look how steep that is. Trying to keep his shoulders and his head as far forwards as possible. Get the front wheel in exactly the right place on the front tyre. You have to pull really hard on the handlebars. Look at it. It's on the edge.
Oh, both his feet have come off.
Look how far he falls down off of that. That's got him 30 points. Eloy's last section for his bid at this year's world title. So now we know that Eloy will not be retaining his world champion title. And Charlie is going to need at least 30 points.
Yeah, this is...
If Charlie gets 30 points, he'll win because he's got 2 50s already.
He'll be in third position, just to get the third position.
To get the third place, just to get the third. We really want to see Charlie get another gold for Great Britain. Here we go, on the edge, big kick across. Look at this, look at this. Drops down and just drops that front wheel in a split-second reaction.
That, I think you're right. That probably was more impressive than
You know
me.
what? This is my favourite footage I've ever seen from a World Championship event. Like, big shout out to the camera crew and the directors and everybody, because you're doing a great job of
Yeah, this is absolutely
and the rain,
fantastic.
the design of the sections is fantastic. This is incredible. You can really see how difficult our sport is.
Yeah.
Here we go. Now, remember, Borja, don't slip off the start platform.
Oh, no.
Like we saw earlier on. Okay, here we go. Into the hook. This is the last section. Very, very tricky. Highest score so far on this section, just 30 points. Going to want to move fairly quickly, but only can move so fast as it's so slippery. Be spot on with every tyre placement. Very low friction. Oh, he just sailed over that. He sailed over it. Matt can't even talk.
I'm
He's
just
so
like,
engrossed in
what?
it. Yeah, what am I watching? What am I watching? This is incredible stuff.
Right, is Borja going to make the gap?
Look at this. He's looking at it. He's looking at it. On the back wheel. Look at this.
Oh, he's going to have to go again.
Yeah, you've got to be absolutely spot on, especially in the rain. Big pinch on the edge. Oh, he's went back to the hook.
I knew it. He probably wanted to go to back, but
Do you know what? He did really well to not hit his pedal there as well.
Yeah, look,
Not
so
take a 1
close.
point. Yeah, maybe that gap's harder than I think, because these guys are the absolute
really hard now. Like, there's
It
a lot
is
of noise going.
raining cats and dogs. It's unreal. But let's be honest, it's pretty exciting to watch. And I'm in a commentary box. Here we go. Yes, hooking that front wheel, 45 seconds. Look at the steepness of this. His back tyre just on that little edge. Got pulled back as hard as he can as the rain just increases. Oh, he's done it! He's done it! What is going on?
Wow.
That is insane. Oh my God, that is incredible riding from Borja Conejos. Here we go.
Oh, but you can
40
see it now.
points, the highest score. Look at the rain battling down.
I don't know if
He's
this
got
is scary.
basically zero traction. Oh, he was so close to getting that. So close.
10
Look
seconds
at this.
to give it one
This is
more go.
unreal. I can't believe
I think he's going to stop there, because that is dangerous in this weather now.
that is absolutely incredible.
And this is going to be quite unfortunate now.
He finishes on 250 points. He takes about waves to the crowd. Look at that. The rain
look at
bucketing
that.
down.
Not only has he put a good score in, he maybe went in the running for a wet t-shirt contest. Look at that. Look at that. Soaked right
my money.
through. Wow.
I tell you what, a big shout out to the crowd here as well. They are doing absolutely fantastic, sticking out to watch the massive efforts
No one's run away, mate. No one's run away.
No one's run away. I don't know how. I don't know how. I tell you what, I'm so excited. I can barely contain it. The flatland stage in front of our commentary box has turned into a lake.
That's a swimming pool. We could jump in there, I reckon.
I reckon I could swim in that.
Oh, man. So still 2 riders to go. Alejandro and Charlie Rolls.
Alejandro on the start platform now in the driving rain. This competition is going to make history. He knows that he can do this. He needs 30 points to be world champion. 30 points in the driving rain in some of the worst conditions we've ever seen in a world championship.
Yeah, definitely.
Come on, Alejandro. I want to see this.
It might even
There we go. 10 points.
Let's go.
Straight through to the second gate. He needs to just stay steady and get 30 points, and he will be world champion. It's up to him now. Be nice and steady. Yeah. Clean through that one. 20 points. He's 10 points away from his first ever world champion title. Here we go on the back wheel. Can he get this?
Let's see if we can get someone over this
Just
gap.
a couple more moves. Years of training. He's been so close in the past. And the rain eases off for a second. Here we go. Big static move. Hook in the front wheel.
Look at that.
He makes this switch. He makes this switch. Everyone's going to go wild. Come on. There it is. He's down. That's 30 points as far as I know. That puts him into first place. He's now almost untouchable. If he gets another 10, that's it. That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're watching the world champion finish off the last section.
He's just going to prove to these guys that he can do this one.
Unbelievable. And he had to ride in the driving rain. This is incredible. Come on, Alejandro. He's going to want to finish on a high to show that he can do this move. I think he's got it. He's got it. Come on. Trying to get exactly right positioning. Come on. You can see the back wheel just on that tiny little edge. Front wheel pulling hard. He's hanging off the back of the bike.
That'll be...
Goes up. What a moment. Alejandro Montalvo still going. 4, 3, 2, 1. Does he know he's done enough? Does he know he's done enough?
I don't know. He's not.
He's been so close so many times. He's working out the score. Look at his face. This is the moment. He's
asking.
I tell you what, he deserves it. UCI world champion Alejandro Montalvo. I've seen this guy breaking down second place. He's so happy, so happy. I am made up for him, mate. I am made up for Alejandro here. The tears are coming out as if he wasn't wet enough already. Incredible riding.
But now there's going to be a battle for third place because Charlie still has to go.
Yeah, we've got Charlie to go next. So what we want to do is we want to get Charlie onto the podium if possible. Up against Deloy, it would just be nice for us to get another medal. Look at it. I'll tell you what. This like footage is going to be history here.
Yeah,
history. Eloy, Alejandro's been so close to the World Championship so many times. Incredible. I'm so excited watching this.
I couldn't, he really is a...
Privilege watching these guys. Privilege. UCI World Champion.
Look, he just gets
done it on the carbon play bike. Yes. Incredible. Here we go.
Charlie just going to have a bit of fun here.
Well, Charlie needs 30 points. He's actually I think he's in the same position as Alejandro was there. So 30 points is enough to get him onto the podium. So he's got to get the first 3 gates and he will get another medal for Team GB.
For the gap.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I want to play
to be honest, if I was him, I'd get the 30 points. I'd get on the podium.
I know.
He needs to concentrate. He needs to get this. And this is a tricky move. Lining up. This is very awkward. Oh, very nice.
Done.
He pulled that front wheel way high over the top. Here we go.
And he needs to...
Come on, Charlie. Get on that podium. Another medal. He just needs this next 10 points. Up on the back wheel.
So he might just pull
Got to be very, very cautious. Riding very cautiously, which is good. Drops down. Yeah, nice decision.
He knows. Well done, Charlie.
Here we go. Can he bring back another medal for Team GB? If he cleans this hook and gets down to that grass on the other side, he will be on the podium. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, he's on the podium. Third place for Charlie Rolls for Team GB. Incredible riding. We all wanted to see him try and win the World Championship, but third place is where it's going to be today. Unfortunately, the first section didn't go to plan.
Look at Kane in that shot.
What an iconic shot. Come on, Charlie. Jumping up and down in the background. Crowd want to see this. I think he's got it. Come on, Charlie. Come on, big fight, big fight. Yes, he's done it. Another 10 points. Sliding his front
Slides up, but he's not bothered.
It doesn't matter. It won't make any difference to the results now. He's done it. Incredible bit of riding.
He just decided, that's it. You know what? Thank you, guys. Charlie Rolls.
The crowd just loving it. Well done, Charlie. Fantastic effort. Third place in the World Championship. The third best rider 2023 here in Glasgow on home turf.
And do you know what as well? Had he actually got those points in the first, he would have been potentially up there.
It would have been
So unfortunate for Charlie in the first section there. But at least he didn't miss a gate.
Just going to see some iconic footage here from the last bit. Look at that. Look at the back tyre. Fighting for grip. The bike perfectly balanced between the tyres. Driving rain. A little bit of sunshine out just to make these shots look even more golden. Charlie Rolls there. Incredible riding. Proud moment. Don't forget, guys, we're going to be going over to the 26-inch Elite very, very shortly. They are warming up right now. And here we go, the final results. So in 6th place, Louis Grillon, 100 points. Lucien Laser on 140. We have Eloy Palau on 180 points. Charlie Rolls in 3rd with 190. Borja Conejos for 250 points. And Alejandro Montalvo, 250 points, winning on 260 points. So we're going to go over for a quick interview with our winner, Alejandro.
Alejandro, you're leading the World Cup overall, you're #1 in the UCI rankings, and now you can finally say you're wearing the rainbow stripes. What are your emotions?
I can't believe it. I worked so hard for the last years. 2 years ago I finished second. Last year in Abu Dhabi I finished another time second. And here when I was in the last session I was leading. I just need to give 30 points, and it was raining super hard. I said I need to do it, and last hook I feel like I have to do it, and I did. So I have no word to explain the feeling. I worked so hard. I want to thank you to all my sponsors, my friends, my team work. They make an absolutely work, so I'm very proud. I'm very happy to take the win.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Wow, Alejandro there, very emotional. And if you followed him too, he's been battling to get first place for a good few years now. And only 23 years of age, was currently ranked #1 in the UCI, but didn't have a championship title in his belt. But now he's going to put those arms in the rainbow jersey. Well done, Alejandro Montalvo from Spain. And we're going to go through some of his best moments here, even getting a puncture. I think you can see going front to back as well. Oh, he was the one who didn't get a puncture on this course, but just look at this. Look how scary that is. So thin, so slippery.
Absolutely petrifying, man. Yeah,
That was so exciting.
I couldn't imagine how scary it would be seeing you on a bike up there.
No, I mean, I couldn't, yeah, same for me.
Or me, for that matter.
Yeah, and just look at this. And this was what really made it for him, because he got those 60 points.
Yeah.
And had he not, may not have been on top today. And what a time for the sun to come out. The grey clouds are moving on. The blue skies now coming out. What a fantastic run for our 20-inch Elite men finalists.
I have to say, that was incredibly exciting to watch. I'm so glad, Matt, I was here to commentate that with you. And yeah, that is absolutely incredible.
It's one for the history books, right?
It's literally one for the history
Seriously, probably one of the best champions.
The gold for Spain, that jumps them up into 9th place, because previously they were down just outside the top 10 in the medals. Great Britain adds another one. We're up to 52 medals in total. Another bronze added to the collection. Incredible.
Nice to see we've got more golds than anything now, which is really great to see.
Well, of course, Spain just won 2 medals, actually, didn't they?
Yes.
So, yeah, bumped them up. A gold and a silver. Incredible. Absolutely incredible ride in there. That was literally a moment for the history books. I'm so excited by that.
I'm
Great
still
course.
buzzing.
Yeah, great course, great fight. Alejandro rides with so much passion, so much heart, so much drive. And yeah, I think he is a well-deserved winner of that title. 2023 UCI World Champion here in Glasgow, Scotland. And just see some a bit of a montage of Alejandro there.
Look at how happy he is, man.
He only moved onto that carbon bike a few months ago. He's been an aluminium bike before that, and I think the move has been very, very good for him.
Yeah, moving sponsors and everything. So it's very, very clearly, been a positive change and move for him. And there's his teammate Borja too, came in 2nd place, 1 and 2 for the Spaniards.
And we have another new winner. That's 6 years in a row. We haven't had somebody win it twice. They've all been different winners for 6 years now.
Just goes to show how tight the 20-inch men's really
Incredible.
is.
Incredible.
So I think very shortly we'll be moving on to the 26-inch men's elite. They'll be getting ready, getting up on the stage now. Everything will be the same. They'll be riding the same gates, the same sections, so nothing's going to change.
Yeah, I believe it is exactly the same sections. And as we saw earlier on, it's actually very, very interesting to see the difference between the Elite 20 and Elite 26 in the difference in how they ride the sections, how the bikes fit on, the different approaches they have. It's the same obstacles, but can be ridden very, very differently. Sometimes you think, oh, that would be easier on a 26, and it's not. Or that might be easier on a 20-inch, and it's not. So we get to compare the two and see the scores between the best on 20 and 26.
Let's have a look at the previous winners here for the men's 26.
Let's have a look. The last 5 years, Jack Carthy, Sergio Longueras, Jack Carthy. And Jack is leading into the from the semi-finals here. But as we saw in Chengdu in 2019, that was an incredibly close competition. And although I'd say Jack is the favourite to win, as we know, things can go very, very differently.
Absolutely.
So we will see. So we're just going to have a quick look at the course.
Close look at each section as well. As we said, 5 sections. Let's take a look at each one. Section number 1, the rock section with the lovely UCI logo at the end. Looking beautiful there. Section number 2 is the whiskey barrels and beams. Seen catch a few people out today with the wet wood. And then section number 3 is our concrete jungle. Fantastically laid out there. Fantastic job from the Corsairs. Section number 4 is our leafless forest there. You can see made up of very natural items. And then one of my favorites, the 5th one, which is we're calling the rock and reel, made of rocks. And guess what? Reels. So here we have all 5 sections now. Lovely, lovely job from all the setters here. And they've really set the bar here already. Let's see how the 26-inch riders are going to do. They're getting their little talk here from the observers as well. There will be fresh observers throughout this. And just to keep it fair, so they'll be going through the sections there just to make sure they know the gates, they're familiar, resetting all the clocks. You can see there the list of our observers. Now, they aren't judges because they're not judging the rider. It's not subjective. It's quite clear whether they succeed or they don't. So that's why they're called observers. They're going to observe that the riders follow the rules.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not about style. It's about getting through the most difficult obstacles anybody can on a bike. So starting off today, qualifying in 6th place, we have Martí Vierda, and he is from Spain. Qualifying in 5th place, the man that is still there after all these years. He actually won the last time the World Championships was in Scotland up in Fort William in 2007. He was world champion, and he is from France, Mr. Vincent Hermance. Oliver Widman, last year number 3 in the World Championships in Abu Dhabi, back into the finals this year. And then we have Julian Sainz from Spain. Many titles, many times on the podium. And then we have Dani Baron from Spain as well. Last year's number 2. Last year was an incredibly close competition between himself and the leader from the semi-finals, Mr. Jack Carthy, world number 1. So if you actually look down the rankings there, we have world number 1, world number 2, world number 3, world number 4, world number 5, and world number 7.
Wow, this is going to be a tight race. And you can see also 3 Spaniards again, just like in the previous.
Yep, 3
only
Spanish.
1 great British rider, a German and a Frenchman. So let's see.
Start of a joke. But this is no joke. This is the start of the World Championships. Jack dropping off the stage there. So you can see his handlebars basically upside down. He's pioneered that kind of style. And it's basically because the sections are very, very steep now.
Probably copied that from the Highland cows, the horns, right? That's what it's.
That's where he got it.
That's where he must have got the idea from. I'm sure of it. But
so the rider's just going to walk around this first section. They've got a couple of minutes to just walk around, get every move, everything dialed into their head, and just work out exactly where they want to put their wheels. Their wheels are going in exactly inch-perfect places, hopefully. And so they've got to walk through and know exactly where every move is going. And because they've only got 2 minutes to get through all of this complex maze of obstacles, they need to really know where they're going one after the other. It's a lot of movements, a lot of positions to try and remember, to know where you're going and what you're doing. And so they've just got a couple of minutes just to re-walk the sections. They would have spent at least an hour, possibly 2 hours in some people's cases. I know Jack likes to walk him a lot. So just looking at every single gate and making sure they know exactly where they're going. And then they'll have a quick reminder just to get it all fresh in their mind before they get on the bike. The first rider here is going to be Martí. Martí Vierda is going to be starting first, qualifying in 6th place. And we'll go down to the first place qualifier.
actually had back in 2007, when Scotland also hosted the World Championships in Fort William, was won by Vincent Hermance in 2007.
Yeah, that's what I said a minute ago.
Oh, I missed that. Sorry, I was just...
All good. No. I actually competed there as well. And the man to my left, Kenny Belay, also competed in 2007 in Fort William.
So the oldest competitor here today, keeping up with the youngsters.
Belay was third in Fort William as well, just second, maybe second, just behind Vincent.
You're on the podium, weren't you, Kenny?
Vincent was first.
This is way back there. You can see Oliver Widman from Germany.
And he's here in the finals again. Is he going to be on the podium again?
Just taking a look at these gates. One last check. Make sure they know exactly where they're going, exactly what point. These guys won't just look at a gate and think, I need to ride through it. They'll be looking at pinpoints. They'll be looking at specific parts of the rock.
Absolutely, yeah.
Knowing exactly, I'm going to put my front wheel here and my back wheel here.
Yeah. And the interesting thing here as well with these riders, they are all well within their 20s, except for Vincent, who is actually 39 years old. Yeah.
So still going and keeping
Double
up
my
with the
age.
youngsters.
Yeah.
Marty here, one of the youngest, I believe, at 21 years old, as well as, I think, Dani Baron, so they're a similar age.
Yeah, both born in 2002. So really not that long ago.
No.
And look at them now. All right, here we go. Rolling in to the first gate. Very well. Look at that. Silky smooth, straight up through that first move. No problem. So that's 10 points straight onto the scoreboard. Going for this static move. This is interesting. I was wondering how these guys are going to approach it.
Oh, very
So
close.
Yeah, so you can see those gates, they're on the front, and there's a tiny, tiny little edge on the left-hand side. So what he's trying to do is pull the bike, twist the bike slightly through, get the front wheel hooked there, switch into back wheel, And the observer says it's okay. He's within the lines. That must have been incredibly close. We saw Charlie in the 20-inch. Fortunately, take a 5 on that point. Straight through the next gate, no problem. That's 5. Yeah, there's another, sorry, 2B. Up 4. There we go. Gate number 3. Staying on the back tyre.
He's going to
Hopping across the rocks, like that, like that.
This one here, really difficult to see at this angle. It is like a knife-edge rock, and if you go to the side, you'll just slip.
Yeah, yeah, you can see from the angle there. Look at this. Fantastic. Yeah, you can see he's got to get that now. That slope on the side, if he lands on that, that's going to be very difficult to hold. So, yeah, you see the back tyre slide sideways on that. Just grip on the edge. So, up to 30 points already for Marty. Here we go. So, this is interesting. Going for the gap approach. I didn't even see this, but yeah, I thought we were going to go off the bottom, like we saw the 20s do. But he's going for this big gap across, doesn't quite make it. He's got 20 seconds left, 30 points so far. He's going to have to get a move on, try and get another 10 points before he runs out of time, and he makes it. That is gate number 4 done. That'll be 40 points.
I'm not sure if he's going to get the next one, but he's
got to do this and the next gate, I believe, to get the 50. So he might be out of time.
That'll be time.
That's time. Just a couple of seconds. Couple more seconds there and he would have been on 50. So 40 points for Marty in the first section. Epic
It's always
start
tough
to his
being the
competition.
first rider, isn't it? Very tough.
Yeah, I think it is very tough being the first rider, but also, you know, what's he got to prove? You never know. Everyone else might go through on 20.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at this gap. Not quite. Really nice approach.
Yeah, nearly got it. Interesting, because I really didn't even look at that when we walked the sections, but good thinking outside the box. Could have been a little bit more guaranteed for him, but he still did it the other way. And Vincent Hermance, 39 years young and still wearing these crazy shorts. He's well known for his interesting short.
I think they're his lucky shorts, aren't they?
Well, to be honest, he's in all the finals, so he's always wearing lucky shorts. He's doing very, very well. This guy is one of the best athletes there is in this sport, and he is still pushing, and it's incredible. Here we go. Check this out. Straight from the floor. So he's not going for the move that we saw Marty do. He's going straight from the floor, trying to hook that front wheel up through that notch. Now that is about 6 foot high, that rock. Long way. Oh, so close. You can see there's that little notch. He's trying to get his front tyre in. Putting a foot down there and just dropping down through. So he skipped the points for that gate. So he won't get the points for 2. Swiftly through that one there. So 0 for gate 2. On to gate 3 here. Roll in and get this hook. Bit of a strange step in because he's got to bump his back wheel over there. Yeah, nice. Nicely done.
Dropping down there. A little bit different to Marty's approach.
Yeah. Here we go. Can he get this dragon's back of a rock in front of him? Half pedal hook. Oh, that was very nice. That was very nice. Bit of experience showing through there. Really smooth. Just 2 wheels perfectly positioned. Rolling straight through. Now he's going for a wrong side approach to this. So he's right foot forwards. Yeah. Well done, Vincent. That was really good. So 30 points. Just 10 points behind Marty. He's got 25 seconds to try and get these 2 gates to try and stay ahead of Marty on the scoreboard. 15 seconds. He's going to have to turn and go straight away. He will be aware of the time.
9 to go. Is he going to get...
Yes, there it is. He's going to get 40. He knows he can't do any better than that right now.
He's really good at preserving energy, Vincent. I think that might be down to his experience. I mean, he's probably been riding longer than some of these guys have been alive.
100% actually. I'd say, let's have a look here. Other than Jack, no, actually including Jack, he's actually been riding trials longer than everybody else in the finals has been alive.
That's quite scary.
In fact, I think he might have even won his first world title before some of these guys were born.
Wow.
That's a crazy fact for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shows how impressive he is as an athlete as well, maintaining his body for that long.
Now, Oliver Widman here for Germany, who has a slightly different technique on his 26. Often we might call it more of a 20-inch approach.
Yeah, a 20-inch style. So there is kind of preferred techniques for 20 and 26-inch, depending on the situation, the ground and the run-ups, etc. And Oliver does generally use a much more of a 20-inch style, so it's a much faster, quicker pull movement. He lifts the front wheel at a slightly different time to, you can see just there the way he kind of drops his weight and lifts it. It'll be quite different when you saw Vincent do it before. He kind of stays more level, the front wheel higher earlier. Very subtle difference. It is a difference. And again there, 20-inch technique into that hook.
And he took a tactical lifeline, or a dab as we like to call it there, because he obviously didn't feel comfortable going through that first gate, but he wanted to attack the rest of the gate. So
yeah, and you know, after seeing, oh, very close.
Nice.
After seeing what happened with Charlie there, I can understand why he would opt for this. Now, he is a left-footed rider. I think this gate is a little bit easier for a left. You can see he's got a bit more space there for the cranks.
nice.
It was his first elite podium last year in Abu Dhabi for the World Championships, and I know he's eager to stay up on the podium and stay in that top 10 in the world ranking for sure. 30 points so far. Can he get 40? He's got the time. He's doing it really well on time, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, he's known to be...
And he's over. Look at that.
Did he get... I think,
Oh, he just touched his pedal.
yeah.
Didn't get the points for that. Can he get gate 6? If he makes this,
Oh, it's just slit there.
30 points for Ollie, unfortunately. But just 10 points behind Vincent and Marty after the first section. And now we're into our top 3 from the qualification, from semi-finals. Have a look. How Julian Sainz coming up next. He was runner-up in the World Championships in 2021, I believe. Vice World Champion. So let's see how he gets on. He starts the section, and I tell you what, he has been riding incredibly well.
Recently, a lot of the stuff that we've seen on his gram and that has been outrageous. So let's see if he can pull out these moves in competition environment as well.
That's interesting. He decided to try the head-on approach.
Yeah,
Which is really difficult because what you're doing is pushing the front wheel into an upslope on the top of the rock. So there's nothing, it's actually pushing you back as opposed to trying to pull you forwards or anything. But it's a safer line in terms of pedaling forwards. So what he needs to do is land his back wheel right on the ridge on the corner of that rock and the front wheel in the little groove just to the right-hand side. Here we go. Come on, Julian. Come on.
It's really tough. You can see now. So completely different approach.
And he's going for a foot down. He knows that he needs to just crack on, make a move. They've given him a 5 for the
Giving
front
a
wheel.
5 that. I
Look at Jack there watching eagerly in the background. He's really paying attention to what everyone else does.
So just to give a little bit of context there, I think his front wheel didn't quite go through the gate, and
Yeah.
that'll be why he was penalised and lost all 5.
So front and rear axle and the whole centre line of the bike has to go exactly through the imaginary vertical line above the gates. So left and right, you've got to go travel through that essentially straight. It can be backwards, it can be sideways. The whole bike, that whole line, the centre line, has to go through the gates. And unfortunately, as he put his foot down, lifted his bike, he was just slightly over that. So here we go, Danny Baron getting ready. Now, he was tied on points last year at the World Championships with Jack Carthy. Jack Carthy won on the countback, so it was incredibly tight. And I've never seen anybody as focused as this guy in this section. It's unreal. Here we go, check this out. Now, I spoke to him earlier. He said he was incredibly nervous, but he said he's going to go all in. And he said it's either going to be great or terrible.
all or nothing there for Danny Baron.
But interestingly, Danny and Jack are both left-footed as well. So they will have the same challenges on the course, our top 2 qualified riders. I will say that Julian only having 10 points on this could be quite good for them. But
struggling with this gate now, so he's taking a different approach.
yeah, so he's coming in from the other side. Oh, he was so close.
He's really chewing away.
He's eating his time, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
Eating his time.
Falling out his
Nearly a minute and yeah. Oh, here we go. Come on, Danny. Come on. Big effort. Oh, okay.
As we said earlier, he did say, I'm going hard or going home. He doesn't want to try and take these tactical dabs if he can.
Yeah, exactly. But in this case, you can't help but think probably should have.
I hope his bike's okay. He looks fine. He did take a real big hit on the on that carbon bike there, so be a little bit gutted. But this is just the start, as we've seen earlier on. There's a lot that can change. We could get some more rain too. The conditions could change, or some more failures. So
See his front wheel there in that replay, completely missed, and he's just jumped straight over. He is going to be very, very frustrated with that. Vincent and Marty have taken an early lead, but Jack still to start. Let's see, he is left-footed, but Jack is an absolute monster. I'm quite excited to see how he gets on. Look at that, smooth as silk, absolute butter there. Not going for the tactical dab, he's going to have a go at the run-up.
a bit more of a run-up than the others there, look.
Yeah, come on Jack, here we go.
Oh, that
Very
was
close.
good first attempt, but I think now he's not going to try that again. He knows what he wants to do.
No, he's going to go for the other side. There's not enough there for the tyre to grip on the left-hand side of the rock, so using this approach.
Oh, this is tough. I mean, come on, Jack.
Here we go, come on Jack, here we go.
His third attempt now.
Yeah.
The crowd are going to get behind
Needs
him.
to get moving, he's already used 45 seconds. Oh, he's so, so close.
This is so tight.
Yeah.
Come on, Jack. Oh. You're going to try and dab it now.
He's got 1 minute. He's touched his pedal there as well, so
I think he may as well use it. Yeah.
so now what he needs to do is pull his front wheel in.
They're calling it a 5, I think.
It's a 5, his front axle's gone out. That is very, very not a good start, but if there's one thing I've seen Jack do,
He's come back.
it is come back and destroy the rest of it. So let's see what he can do after that. He's annoyed, he needs to just put that behind him.
Yeah, focus on the
Keep
next.
fighting.
Focus on the next section there,
So
Jack.
far, Vincent and Marty first and second place. Ollie in third, Julian, Danny and Jack all on 10 points after the first section. You can see the annoyance on Jack's face there. But all to play for. There's 4 more sections, that's only 1 section. We've seen many times. So the last few World Cups, literally Jack has won by a country mile, let's be honest. So
It's going to be pretty tight this time around, isn't it?
yeah, there's still a long, long way to go. He digs down deep and the others don't do so great. He's still got a very strong chance. And actually, he's only 30 points behind the leaders, just 3 gates.
Yeah, and that can really change it. So Marty now starting section number 2. It has still rained a little bit more, so the conditions have worsened slightly, which means makes it that little bit more difficult for the riders. We're going to be very slippery, so you've got to be very careful.
Yeah, you've got to be absolutely perfect on these points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that will be 20 points now.
Going for this big run up. We saw the 20 inches ride up this earlier. Quite a few people struggled on this one. See how Marty gets on. No dramas for Marty. So Marty's training ground at home in Spain, Catalonia, is well, it's incredible, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's you've seen it. It's everything is about an inch wide and about 6 foot high.
It's just insane to ride.
Yeah. And he said that's how he needs to train to be able to ride these things with confidence.
So straight into that tricky stump there, making that look reasonably easy.
Light work.
Yeah.
Light work. Very, very confident on that. I do think the 26-inch bikes probably fit a little bit better. Bigger wheels.
Slightly longer as well.
Yeah, so you can see the difference on the bikes.
Oh, he's
Nearly
fighting to keep it.
Nearly overbalancing, front to back. I think there.
Now hold it on the back wheel and go for it now as we
Look
see
at this. Yeah,
Lovely
man, that is a
work.
big move. He's just rolled into it off of back-to-back 3-4 moves before, and he's just carried on the back wheel. The beast. So 40 points so far in section 2. I'll tell you what, he's going to want to do well on this. 17 seconds left. Got enough time for maybe one more. Oh, the pedal went down.
Yeah, he's lost the lifeline there. There's a dab. So Won't get the 10 points for that, but he's going to go and aim to get 50 here. Still got 3 seconds. 2. Oh, so unfortunate. So that'll be 40 points for the first rider, Marti Vieira, in section number 2. So pretty consistent so far. He's such a happy guy, isn't he?
I know. He's absolutely great. Like, what a character. That is exactly what we want to see.
He's just happy to be here.
He's like, whatever, that was good.
He was like, I think I fell back, it's okay.
Yeah,
I love Marty. What a guy, what a guy. So let's have a little closer look at this. So he's battling there to hold the balance. Front, switching to back. Really nice work. You can see here, just not enough. The rear tyre slipped slightly, which meant he landed onto his bash. So he's took a penalty there. And then just not enough. Look, he's just battling with his knees, but
I'd just like to say as well, that I was talking to a couple of people earlier on about the actual level of trials now, and you take probably the riders at, you know, down in 20th place, and 10, 15 years ago, they would have been, you know, the best in the world. And that's how much the level has really come on. The stuff we're riding now is, I mean, 10, 15 years ago was more or less unfathomable, really.
yeah, extreme, pretty extreme in terms of like how the bikes have progressed, as well as
the
the
bikes have progressed, the training methods have progressed, the sports just all around progressed. It's really, really impressive. And Vincent here will probably remember those times.
Yeah, still going on now. So here he is. He's got the first 10 points.
Yeah. Oh, he just didn't do that gap there. That's interesting.
I think he changed his mind last minute.
He just lost his balance and slipped a little bit, but no worries. He's through that quickly. Only lost a few seconds. 20 points so far. Going for this run up. See how he gets on with this one. All right, big bit of power on the pedals.
Ooh,
Yeah.
so that's going to cost him there, but
He grabbed his back brake there, and that pulled the front wheel back off the top. So he needs to land on the top without the back brake. Oh, he tried at me there. I would have put the front wheel in there as well.
yeah, right, he's getting third.
I remember when we were in a competition once, and he went, "You can't tap that, Andre, on the move just like this." And I went, "Watch me," and sailed up it. Right. It's the only move I got, mate.
He's fallen back into...
That is a shame. That is a crying shame. 20 points. So far, Marti Vieira is going to be top of the leaderboard.
Yeah.
That's a shame because that's points could have made up, but not biased just because we are from the UK. But that could be good for Jack.
Yeah, and Oliver too, actually. You know, he's racked up a few more than Jack, so that just gives the other riders a bit of a chance here. This guy's already won a few.
It's interesting that he, well, yeah, 3 times world champion already.
Yeah.
He's got 3 rainbow jerseys. How many more do you want?
Look at that. He knew he just came in a bit fast there and lost it, so he'll be frustrated.
All right, here we go. Oliver Widman. We call him Mr. Smooth.
Yep. Multiple disciplines.
Yep. I don't think it's all just about his riding.
Let's see
I
here.
think it's his legs as well.
Look at this.
All right, here we go. On the back wheel. Yeah, up to 2 wheels. Nice and smooth. Down to the floor, straight in. Look at that, rolling straight in. Next gate, dropping down to the left-hand side and deciding instead of staying on there. That was a premeditated decision to drop down to the floor.
He's going to
wheel.
get this now.
Look at Jack in the background.
Yeah.
Eagerly watching on, trying to know exactly what he needs to do. He's looking at every single movement. They're all going to be analysing each other. Right, here we go.
Really focused here.
Really focused. Come on, Ollie. Oh, very close. That's interesting. So he didn't go for the second kind of stab on the pedals to get the front wheel over. This might be harder on a 26, you know. But we saw Marty.
Rain is actually
We
made
saw
it foggier.
Marty fly up it.
Oh, that's true. He did first time.
So this is interesting because I think Oliver's between a couple of different techniques there. He's kind of... So we saw Marty kind of land on it 2 wheels and kick again and chuck the front wheel over. I personally go for tap the bottom and try and roll straight to the top. There we go, just like that. Yes, he's gone for that roll straight up, but it has cost him quite a lot in time. So that has cost him
gonna
a
have
lot
to
in
make
time.
up.
He's got 30 seconds, and actually, when we get up to 40, let's see. I think now This is ABCD, I believe, for 40, isn't it?
Yeah.
So front to back, down to the floor, up again. Try and keep that power. He hasn't got long to get his strength back. Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh, 10 seconds.
Can you get that one?
Wow,
There we
he
go.
got through. There it is, 40 points. Well done, Ollie. This is a fight, man. This is a good fight from Ollie. 40 points. That's fantastic.
Well done, Oliver. Well done, mate.
He'll jump up into second at the moment. He's 10 points behind Marty.
Will we
and
see?
10 points ahead of Vincent.
We'll see anyone get through this course.
I think we might, as long as he can keep his head together. But let's see. I think Julian, Danny, and Jack all have very, very good chances of actually clearing this entire section.
Wow,
Yeah,
really
look at that.
close on the front wheel there for Oliver. Really using his body movement there.
I'll tell you what, he did very, very well there. I know that's not his speciality, that kind of move, so he should be very, very happy with that. All right, next up we have Julian Sainz from Spain, riding in from Spain. So, on the back wheel, just staying on the back wheel all the way through. Loves a bit of back wheel action. Trying not to overbalance the right hand side. That would fail.
Up to back as well.
Yeah, no messing around. Check out this guy's Instagram to see some absolutely ginormous gaps he's been doing recently. He's been out having fun on the bike, doing some huge moves.
So is he going to do the gap?
Yeah, he should gap straight across, line up on the back wheel.
Yep.
No worries.
Nicely done there. He does love a big gap, Julian. Now, a few of the riders have struggled on here, apart from Marty getting it first time. How will Julian attack this?
Yeah, let's see. So he's starting 1.5. Oh, this is interesting. I actually thought he was going to go sailing up that, so this is interesting. Switches pedal strokes here, half, and then he lands in a half as well. Oh! I thought that was it. No, you see, he's doing the same mistake, holding the back brake. If you hold the back brake, it unweights the front tyre and lets it pivot back, because they're actually fairly grippy, those beams. So if he just holds the front brake on, lets the back brake off, the front wheel will actually hold onto it. So there, you see now, you can see the back wheel moving.
Yeah.
He's got the back brake off, front brake on. And the problem is that automatically as a trials rider, you grab the back brake for safety.
It's just like an automatic reaction.
Yeah, I'm terrible for doing it on those kind of moves. There we go. Pulling back on that front tyre. 30 points so far. He's really got to get 15 seconds. So let's see, can he do it? I think he might. Look at this. No messing around. Front to back, straight through. He's going to get 40. And that's his time at the bar. 40 points, so he's up to a total of 50. So actually, this is all very, very close now.
See it now.
60, 70, 80.
Let's see if Jack can redeem himself.
Danny and Jack to go through. So if Jack got 60 on this, he'd jump up to second place.
I think, and he's going to be well driven for this. And I know when something goes wrong for Jack, it really pushes him. So he's going to hit this very hard.
If Danny or Jack get a 60 on this, they'll suddenly jump up into second place, and they'll be back putting pressure on Marty Vieda for the title. There we go. Looking pretty focused there. His sister Vera finishing second in the women elite category. So, what can he do? On the back wheel, up to back tyre. Now he's got to move pretty swiftly. Drop down, nice and smooth. Up to the back tyre. Gap across. Stay nice and calm, nice and steady. So, taking plenty of run up here, a little bit further back.
Look at that focus as well.
Yeah, he knows he can do it. He's got a lot of power. He's a very powerful rider. Yes. Right. Getting that first time is very key, I think. Up to the back wheel, nice and controlled. Round to this this hook. What did you call it earlier on?
The stump. The stump of stumps.
Stump of stumps. Here we go.
catching people out, but I think on the
section.
he's, as you said, the 26 is a little bit more suited to.
But look at the time. So he's got a minute left. He's doing really, really well on time. On the back wheel. At this point, Julian was on about 12 seconds. So, oh, Danny! To go wrong on a move like that is a real shocker. So this has opened it up.
That should have been simple for Danny. I know he's going to be frustrated with that. That shouldn't have been something he would usually fall on there.
That is absolutely shocking that he's gone there. We're seeing this replay. What happened? Did his back tyre slip? No, he just went wrong.
The swap just
Went
wasn't
wrong.
quite there.
I think he grabbed too much front brake, maybe.
It's a mixture almost of a Frenchie and a
he
knot.
was trying to pin it to the front wheel, which is where you just stay on the front tyre for a second and then change to the back wheel. And a Frenchie, which is basically where you just glance the front wheel off the surface and go straight directly to the back. So Jack knows now he needs to 60 this to keep himself in the game. That's what he wants to do. Oh, they're saying he started before they said he could start. A little bit of confusion, but that's all right.
Just make sure that, keep it cool. You're good, Jack. The observers just need to communicate there. I think we got a bit excited.
Yeah, let's see if he can keep himself together for this.
Just checking, can he go?
And Jack is one of the few people who make a full-time living out of riding. Well, not doing shows. I make a full-time living out of riding from doing shows, but Jack actually just lives off of sponsorship from the likes of Madison and Kruker's bikes, the World Championship winning bikes he is currently riding. So shout out to those guys for supporting him. He doesn't really have any backing from the National Federation.
He should get this one first time, hopefully, Jack.
Yeah, Jack is good at this. It is a long way. It's a long way out. He shouldn't really be taking it easy. Take it very seriously.
There he is.
There we go. Lovely little kick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go. Looping round for the, was it
The Stumper Stumps. It's been stumping along.
1:05 seconds. He's on about the same time as Danny Baron was on when he was here. Well, Jack really needs to try and get 60 points on this section.
He's really focused now.
Equally, you can't really rush when it's this wet. Like, all of these barrels. Yeah, so that's the Frenchie technique we were talking about. Yeah. That's the point where Danny just went slightly wrong. Check this out. Jack making light work of that. Front to back, turns, drops down. 35 seconds to get the last two gates. Got to keep moving. Now, the thing is, it looks like Jack's moving a little bit slower than his normal pace. But it's actually because a lot of these moves are quite static. We've seen a lot of rolling moves in competitions recently.
This is big. We saw Charlie.
Yeah.
And on this, a huge. Well done, Jack.
Yeah.
So 13 seconds to get through. Two more. Come on, Jack, you can do this. 9, 7, 6, 5, 4. No, he's just missed it, I think.
Did he miss it? Did he get it?
Yeah, I think he missed it, actually.
They're nodding. He looks happy, so I'm guessing it's a 60.
He did.
Did he get 60? I think he did.
I think he did.
Refresh our screen, please. Where is it? Where is it? Jack Carthy, they gave him 50.
They gave him 50 there.
No, they gave him 60.
Yes!
It's a 60.
Okay, Jack's
He's
got
back
the
into
60 points, so he's back in the running.
Also, he's the only person with a 60 so far. So that can make a difference.
Yeah, happy with that now.
That may change things. There we go, he's back in the game. He managed to pull his head back into the game, be like, it's okay, it was only one section, forget about it.
Sometimes he needs that pressure, I think. Look at this.
Yeah.
Just so close to...
You can see the tyre squidging on that edge, fighting for grip there.
And here, just getting through just in time, front to back, switching through.
He looks a little bit stressed. You know, in his riding, we don't see him stressed. I mean, I went round with him. I was his minder in the World Cup in France 2 weeks ago, and he was nothing but solid and very
There we go.
strong-minded.
They pulled it back there. Look at Jack Cho, pulled it back. 10 points in the first one, 60 there. Some consistency from Marty. And the other riders there pulling out a few different scores. So let's see, 3 more sections to go.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. This is interesting. So
They don't want the guys to get punctures, so you can see here, what a method.
I mean, they don't really need to do that particular bit. They need to do the sides. But let's hope they are doing the right place, because it is a shame for everybody to go out just because they're getting punctures. I think they were hoping people were going to gap, but probably because it's wet, it's a big gap.
Yeah.
And in the wet, you can't blame them for being a little bit hesitant to throw yourself across what is technically a record-breaking gap.
And Mike was just going through the course in his head there, as you could see, just before shooting off to begin the course.
Yeah, a lot of visualization. Made very light work of that first gate, just flying across there. There we go, working his way up to this 5 block. Back wheel, he's going to push the front tyre in, switch through to 2 wheels, onto the back tyre, and just drop straight down.
There we go, put a lot of the 20 inches out.
Yeah, and he's going to go for the right-hand side. Now, I'd say this particular move is probably, personally, I think it's a bit harder on a 26.
Ooh.
He did well to hold that on the jump back. With those little knobbles on the floor there, or back on those blocks, it'd be very easy to lose your balance and lose your composure there. And look at that, still incredibly sharp. Hopefully it's enough. Here we go. Wow. Wow.
There, just saving.
Wow, how did he stay in that tape? Not hit his handlebars, his back tyre just sliding back. My God, that was very, very close. Here we go, up the kicker. Oh, I thought he was a bit too far back there, but managed to hold it. Staying on the back wheel, down to the floor. And now this very short run-up, I think.
So with a bigger bike, it's an even shorter run-up.
Yeah. Interestingly, he hasn't, don't think he's in position now. He's going to get in position next.
Yeah.
Can get there. Drop the back wheel close to that post.
Oh no, that's unfortunate.
That is a
for Marty.
5. They've given him a 5. That is a shame. 20 points there for Marty. All right, now we might start to see a bit of a difference. The sections are proving pretty difficult so far. So he's still in the lead at the moment. Next up, Vincent will be out next. Let's see what Vincent can do.
Yeah, look at that tyre.
Look at it. So it's a little bit, just because it's still a very sharp edge, but now it's not really like a razor blade. Oh. Hopefully that's enough to stop these guys getting punches on the way through. Very close to that, but it is a very, very short run up, so trying to keep your shoulders forward and momentum on that is very difficult.
Vincent earlier didn't get the result he wanted in section 2, so let's see how well he does here in section 3. Currently on 60 points.
Yeah, so here we go. Sailing through the first part. 10 points, no problem. Up on the back wheel, going to dive the front tyre in. Little wrong side action, but Vincent's very, very good. Again, that's why he's been such a successful rider for so long, because he's pretty even at every single move. He's sort of top level, every different sort of movement. Oh, he's thinking about it.
Oh,
he looked at it. He looked at it. He wanted it.
I genuinely thought he was going to go for it, but yeah, he's going to stick with the hook option here. A little bit more of a safer choice.
Ooh.
Okay. Bit of a tactical there, so that might be a couple of, 1 or 2 penalties there.
Do you know what? It's actually pretty scary. Imagine being in that position, 1 foot down, 1 foot on the pedal, and you've got to get back onto the bike, put your foot on the pedal, before you lose your balance and fall off. Pretty scary. Up the ramp, no dramas. Yeah.
Easy for Vincent. Plenty of speed there.
Piece of cake. Quite surprised that's the only kicker in this competition, actually.
Yeah, and this one here again, really, really tight as we saw. Marty didn't get up this, so let's see if Vince can get a little bit more push in the shoulders, because that's what he was missing.
Yeah, here we go. Come on, Vince. Yeah, so it's a very, very short run. He's going to go for this gap. Now I was looking at this, I thought, the gap to front wheel from here.
Massive, though.
It is a big gap, but I think he can do it. I really do. Because he is a bit of a beast. Come on. Come on, Vince.
Yeah, I don't... Didn't want to put him down there, but that looked a little bit out of reach.
9 seconds left. 9 seconds. I think he's going to finish on 10 points.
Oh, he's got it, he's got it.
Has he got the points? He got the points. 20. All of that fight for 20 points. These sections are proving very hard for the 26.
Yeah, this is going to be a really interesting competition. Not what we expected. Look at that.
Yeah, so far the scores are somewhat lower than the 20-inch category.
Look at those faces he's pulling just to get the bike up there. Look. Oh.
The famous Vincent tongue out action.
Yeah.
Well known for that.
Right, Oliver Widman now.
Here we go, Ollie. Come on.
Let's see his approach now. It's
Light work of the first hook.
good pace here, really good pace, flowing through. Really want to see what he's going to do to attack these huge round cylinders here.
Here we go. I don't think he's going to go for the gap. He'll definitely drop down.
No,
It's
I
not
wonder, will he play it safe with a tactical lifeline there, or a dab, or will he go for the hook? I think he's going to go for it. Yes, he is.
Yeah. He's going for it.
Here we go. Will he swap? Oh, look at that edge as well, because it's slippery. Oh, he's on it. Well done,
Well
Oliver.
done, Ollie. 20 points so far. Now, if he gets this next gate, which I'm pretty sure he will, he should stay ahead of Vincent.
Lovely pace up that ramp there. Now, Oliver's quite good with the short run-ups. Very good with the short run-ups. Very good. So I'm believing him here. Let's have a look. Oh, wants to give it another go. So what's he gonna? I think he might.
He's thinking about doing the gap from here, but
Okay, so what
oh,
do?
he's going for the ball hut idea. There it is. Oliver Widman in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
What a
Mr. Smooth.
That was smooth as silk. I'll give him that one.
Oh wow.
That was really good. He will have enjoyed that a lot.
That's going to put him ahead now, and now he's
Yes,
going to
come
have to.
on. He's got to go to back wheel, turn around, get this gap back across. 8, 7, 6.
Come on, can he get it?
4.
I think he did.
He's got to go through that next gate on the floor there.
Oh, did they give it to him?
I don't know.
Has he got it?
I don't know. 40. They're saying yes. Oh, there's a bit of a discussion. He's saying yes. He's saying
I think
no.
it's 50.
Saying yes.
We have to wait till what pops up onto our screen here for us.
Oliver Widman goes in with 40 points.
Okay.
They didn't give him the points for that gate.
About a second off, isn't he?
It definitely 40. It is 40.
Yeah, I'll just refresh.
Yeah, look at that. I'll tell you what, the commitment to the back wheel on that corner, the slope on that, you have to really keep your weight pushed into that edge to create that kind of traction on the back tyre to get that gap across. And that was a pretty horrible line there.
Yeah, and I mean,
He's like, no, it was good, it was good. Nah.
it's okay.
It was close. That was a shame, but what a great ride by Ollie there. All right, Julian saying, do you know what? I actually think Julian might go for that line as well. Off that 45-degree slope, I would not be surprised. Here we go, straight up that hook. Like a 5-foot hook and everything.
He loves it.
Flying up.
We'd often call that kind of move where you take off a slant quite a dirty move, wouldn't we? It's a
Yeah.
bit disgusting.
Filthy.
And do you know what? Julian loves that kind of move, doesn't he? So-
Yeah. He's very, very good at those kind of edges. It will be interesting. He's doing it. So Julian is going to go for the gap.
I think
he's
he
lining
is.
up for it. If anybody can do
Come
it,
on, look, get the crowd going. He knows.
this guy
This is what people want to see.
really can gap. Look at this. So to back wheel, get in, lined up.
Yes!
Oh no, he's off, and that'll be maybe 5 points if his front tyre went over
I
it.
think because his rear didn't. I think he's...
He got no, he didn't. He's
no,
gone round.
he's gone round to do the hook there. It was really hard to see from our angle
He's going to
there.
try and side up it. Oh, he's side upping it to foot. Okay.
That's still pretty tough.
Yeah, that's pretty horrible.
Do you know what, though?
dirty.
Absolute respect for Julian, because I'm pretty sure the course designers, that's what they wanted to see, and he gave it to them.
So I chatted to Jack earlier, and he said, "Do you think the gap's possible?" I mean, I know the distance is possible, definitely possible for Julian and for Jack, but it's whether you can do it in a section in the rain. Oh, that's interesting. Decided not to go for it. I thought he was going to just go straight for it.
Oh, his wheels, his twist. Sorry,
He's going down all over the place.
the handlebar's twisted there a little bit.
Yeah, 10 points, 15 seconds left. That should be 20. Up to 20 points. Don't know.
Oh, no.
Down to the floor. You see when he jumps down there, even the smaller one there is probably about 7 feet high.
He was pretty rushed there, wasn't he? Feeling the pressure of the time, but
20 points for Julian. So Ollie's doing really well in this section. 40 points. Yeah, so Julian down there on 20 points. Oh, and they did give
we've just
Ollie.
We've just had an
50 in
update
there.
here, actually. Oliver was given the 50 points in section number 3. They
Originally
did count
put it up as 40, and then there was a bit of a decision made. Looks like he got 50. So
Yeah, it may have been a VAR moment there, checking over the...
yeah, and this could come back to be important, because trying to get if you are on the same point as someone else, it's going to be high scores. If you're on exactly the same scores, we'll go back to count back from the semi-finals. So here we go on the back tyre. Not even 10 seconds, and he's already flown through the first gate. Lining up, he won't be hanging around.
Quite speedy now, very speedy, in fact.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what Danny's going to do on this one. It looks like he's going down. I did speak to him as well earlier on, and he said, like, no, I'm gonna drop down here. Didn't fancy the gap. On the edge of possible.
I know he also likes short run-up, so I'll be interested to see if he goes for the shorter run-up on the next gate here, but let's find out. He's got to get through this one first.
Yeah, there's actually a hole in the middle of this circle.
Yeah, you may just see on this angle there, look.
Yeah, nice one, the cameraman showing you there. That is a hole all the way through. So you've got to be right.
Oh,
no! Big slip.
Do you know what? Danny is taking a beating today, isn't he?
He is. I think he's okay, but he's just a bit disappointed in himself. That will be...
Do you know what? Absolute respect for Danny again. He is really pushing today. You know, he could have took the tactical. He could have put his foot down, but he's just thinking, no, look, lovely wave to the crowd there.
It's interesting looking back at the scores between 20 and 26. The 20-inch are actually pretty dominant on this course. It's really quite impressive.
Yeah, and look, you could just see his wheel slipped.
Yeah.
Oh.
And this is why there's different categories between 20 and 26, because there is such a big difference from one course to the next on the moves for 20 and 26-inch wheels. So one course might be great for 20s, one course might be great for 26. Here we go, Jack Carthy. Can he get a 60 on this? What's he going to get? How's he going to do? Rolling in, look at that. Now he's got the fire up to back wheel. He really wants to win his 6th Elite World title. More 26-inch Elite titles than anyone else if he wins here today. On the back wheel, diving through, like absolutely flying through. 15 seconds, and he's up there.
Yeah, no, taking a little...
He's looking at the gap. He's looking at the gap. Come on, Jack. He knows he can do it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he's very good at vertical hooks.
Come on, Jack, come on. Oh, I think he's going to drop back down now. He's lost it there again, so what are we going to play it a bit safer now? You're going to go for it?
Wheel. No, he's dropping down. He's dropping down. This is sensible. I'm not going to lie. I think this is sensible.
Yeah.
He's eating a lot of time. Actually putting his foot down. Can you believe it? Okay.
Yeah, it's a very rare sight to see for Jack to take those tacticals there, but big run up for the ramp here.
Yeah, here we go. Come on.
Nice and easy.
Yeah, so he's got a minute left. He needs to get as many points as he can.
Now he's going to try this run up here.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's very good at hooks, so let's see if we can get this. He is the world record holder in the hookup.
Look at that. Well done.
There we go. No dramas on the back wheel. He just needs to stay steady. So that's 30 points, 20 points behind Oliver Widman.
Now, what? This is a new approach here. That's massive up.
So this was actually...
Look at that.
Look at that. He sailed up it. So we had that in the semi-finals. That was the 5th gate. And he's gone for that big line. That is not easy. 18 seconds.
Still.
Down. Oh.
Come on, still got time. There we go. There's 40 points for Jack, but
there. Come on, Jack.
I think he's
He's
gonna...
out of time.
Yeah, he knows.
No, he's out of time. That's all right. 40 points. He's 10 points behind Oliver Widman. Oliver Widman is pushing Jack Carthy.
Wow.
But we're only 3 sections in.
It's okay, there's still
My
time.
heart can't take it, mate.
No, I know.
Cannot take it. I mean, the highs and lows, I don't even know what to say.
There we are. There's Minder Ross and team manager Robin.
Absolutely amazing. Here we go. Look at that. You see he keeps his front foot really high as he hits that edge.
Yeah, that was really interesting.
Yeah, so he's just got... And that, he goes to back wheel. He kind of loops it too much. Just a little bit of gas.
Like a motor trials,
Yeah,
actually.
just like a moto trial.
It is.
He just pushed on the pedal slightly. I saw a lot of people try that in semi-finals, and I don't think I saw anybody make it. So that's pretty crazy.
So the scores as they stand so far.
So Jack has gone from right down with just 10 points in the first section to suddenly in 2nd place after 3 sections. 2 sections to go, all to play for. Very tight top 3. Oliver Widman, Jack Carthy, Marty Vierda, just 20 points separating them.
There he is, Marty again, going through the course in his head. And here he is, just those last minutes, because like I said, they're not given any direction. They've got to remember it. So look at the crowds there, really enjoying today's competition. And Marty's picturing it in his head. Tell us you're a trials rider without telling us you're a trials rider. Some miming going on, that's usually what we see. So as we hear Marty starting section number 4, which is our leafless forest. So no problem through the first gate here. Flying through that second one there, so that's going to give him 10 points with 15 seconds gone. Nice switch. Again, he's probably going to go front to back up here. No, straight to back wheel. And now he's got a... Now, this one here we saw earlier, he's right-footed, so it's a little bit more difficult. He hasn't got much space, as much space as a left-footer would. But let's see how he attacks it. Here we go. Yeah, so he's going to... Not a great start on the landing on the rock there. So I think the crowd is going to give him... The crowd's going to get behind him now. Let's see. Come on, Marty. Yeah, the crowd really cheering him on now. Some great encouragement happening. Lovely swat, just holds it, yes. What a save as well. That chicken wire doing its job there with the course builders from this wet weather. Now, no messing about, straight up through, trying to save time. And now he's going to drop into this thin beam. Very well done, Marty, mate. He's still 35 seconds to go, and 40 points.
Doing so well on this section so far. 40 points. This is a very difficult hook. Let's see what he's got. Oh, he's gone for that front wheel. He's put a foot down. So the problem is now is he actually needs to get through this gate still. He can't get any points for it.
No.
Put his foot down. So, oh, yeah.
Marty, well done. That was fantastic.
Style points, but no real points. Okay. And that's time at the bar. Unfortunately, it's over.
What a great first.
That was impressive.
Yeah, first riders to get through section number 4, setting the bar there at 40 points, and that'll put Marty now at 140 points. Obviously standing in the lead right now, but he's the only person who's gone in this section so far.
Look at that, amazing technique. Oh, so good.
Just bringing that back wheel up into the center there to get over. Yeah, look at that. It's just so smooth as well. You can see putting all that weight
Look at that
forward.
move.
Couple of front hops just to the back.
I cannot describe to people watching at home how difficult that kind of move is. Just trying to keep all of your weight forwards, straight up to the front wheel. Here he goes. Vincent starting section 4. Let's see what he can do. Can he bring it back? He needs to try and gain some points back here. Smoothly through the first gate.
Skipping over that.
The rain has come back to haunt us. Oh! Wow, he really went a bit too quickly on that one. Just slipped out his tyres on that. Put a foot down, so he can't get the points.
This one, right?
For that one.
Yeah. So that's why he's going to use another dab.
Yeah, might as well put a foot down. Just do this. Up to back wheel. Drop down through this. I believe that's the next points.
Now another right-footed rider, as we saw, is a little bit trickier for these guys. So
Now I wondered if he was going to go static.
he loves a good side up,
He's
doesn't
very,
he?
very good at wrong way side ups. Very, very good. So let's see what he's got. Look at this. Commit to the front wheel. Wow.
Very nicely done.
Incredible bit of power there.
He's making up
Incredible.
time now. So a minute to go. Halfway through. It's reasonably good place to be right now.
Yeah,
So-
doing really, really well. Shame about that little slip on the set.
Whoa! A bit too.
Dive your front, dive your weight forwards a little bit early on that pedal up there, Vincent.
He's going to want to roll the front wheel through, I think.
Yeah, that's not what he wants to do. What he wants to do is try and get the front wheel just up over the red there. That's it. Very nice. Reason why he did that is because he's just dived the weight over the front end to shift the bike up onto the obstacle a little bit too early. So 29 seconds. Can he make it a 40? Try and keep up with Marty's score. He's going to have to try and get this first try. Be very interesting to see what he does here. Oh, not quite. Looks like well, he's on 30.
So that's
He's got 8 seconds.
Yeah.
He knows there's not enough time to get through the last one. That's 30 points for Vincent. And that will put Vincent 110 points.
Jack is already
I think he's losing his chance of being on the podium for a second time in Scotland. 14 years later?
probably more than
16 years
Yeah, 'cause
later. It's my second World Championship, that was.
I started riding in 2007, and now I'm commentating for this guy. That's
I was
unbelievable.
9th in the world in 2007.
Oh wow, yeah,
Pretty scary.
yeah, that is. But look at it here. Just
Yeah.
unfortunate. He would have got a 5 anyway, and he sort of carried on. The wheel looked like it was going to go out the rope.
That is such a difficult move, especially for a right-footed rider, but a difficult move either way.
Look at Oliver's focus now. He knows he's in a really, really good chance now.
He's in a great position.
Yeah,
Blooming brilliant position.
yeah, really.
And I've spent a lot of time training with Ollie. He's on the Life Cycle Trials team, working with Carol Serwin for his physical preparation. Quite a bit of gym work, working on really explosive power, and Ollie has a very strong mindset for this kind of event. Really got what it takes. He's back up into first place on the board so far.
Wonder how he's going to be probably a nice swap front to back here for Oliver, jumping on the rock.
And he's a left-footed rider as well, so you know, this could be good for him.
Whoa, lovely. That's
boy.
probably harder.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
That was really,
He did really, really well there. All right, so taking a slightly different angle, slightly more on the downslope. He would have done this in semi-finals. This was the same line as we did in semi-finals.
Oh, it's a tough one.
Yeah, it's interesting because a lot of us went from this side of the rock where he is now, just to his right-hand side. And it's a bit straighter. Nonetheless,
Managed to get
making
it.
that work. Very nice. Up on the back wheel. This is incredible. Incredible riding. 40 seconds left. He's on 40 points so far. 20 points clear. He wants to keep going. He really needs to get this. Can he get this? Is he going to go for the front wheel switch? I think he probably will. Going to give it his all. Come on, Ollie. Straight to back. Oh, that's a 5.
If they give...
Yeah, he knocked. Oh, no.
No. They both have to make the decision.
Wow, it's
So they've
I thought he
carried
knocked it
on.
off.
Yeah, I'm pretty...
He got 50 points. Oh my Lord, that is fantastic riding from Ollie. This is like the ride of his life. This is so good. 3rd place last year in the World Championships. He needs to keep his head on, doing really well. His coach Carol Serwin being in the background there, going absolutely mental.
He's going to be really proud of his rider, working really hard and training with him.
See there, so his, yeah, I mean, from
Tough
where we
ball.
are, but look, you can see the observer, there's kind of like 5, no, it's okay, but the thing is, it's the rear axle, not the tyre. So from here, you can't see, but if you were around to the side, you could see whether his rear axle actually went through it or not.
Yeah, I think that's what it would have been. Maybe the tyre was just out, but there's already, the axle, as you said, had already gone through, so...
Yeah, exactly. Very difficult. They won't look at playbacks on videos because it doesn't show the real angle of it all the time. So here we go. Julian, straight in. Let's see, making light work of the first gate. Julian, he needs to really push and battle hard here. Oh, up to 2 wheels. Oh, Julian.
Very surprising. Very surprising there.
Very surprising. Don't know what's happening here. I actually thought he would have sailed through that one.
Yeah.
He's lost his head a little bit. Going for the static approach as well. As we've seen, this guy has some serious power, so will be able to make this move, I think. Oh, big.
Lovely.
It's unbelievable how him and Vincent made that move look so easy, actually.
And then with their strong foot forward going to the right, it's way more difficult with just, there's not enough, really, much room.
Exactly. Exactly.
So focusing now for the next gate. He's got to move forward. Not quite as
Oh,
much
wow.
time.
He got a lot of height on that, though. Like, he really, really flew up that. That was impressive. Down to the floor, round for this difficult hook move. 42 seconds left, so he is moving pretty rapidly. Let's see what he can do here. Come on. Come on. No.
Oh, he's going to...
Put down. He's got 30 seconds. I actually think he can do this last gate.
He'll get 40 points.
The way he's riding, the way I've seen him ride in other competitions, it feels like he's kind of almost, wow.
Yeah. Wow. Little front hop correction.
Look at that move.
That was way harder than the move he put his foot down.
Yeah. That was huge. And then out the end gate. Out the end gate in time, he's still got 40. That's actually incredible.
8 seconds to spare as well.
Yeah, I'll be honest, considering that was, like, in quotes, not a great run for Julian. 40 points, that's still very, very impressive. Couple of little mistakes.
No, I think he would have been on.
This mistake here, look, his back tyre slipped.
Oh, see, that was silly
This one
mistake.
here, great view there. How high that is, absolutely massive. So much power, and those pedal ups to front, he's just got the ultimate technique. Very impressive, and then no hanging around. He just rode round and just pedaled up that last move.
There's Vera in the background.
She's
supporting
smiling and
her
happy
brother.
now.
Yeah,
Second in the
smiling
Women Elite
now.
earlier on.
Hello, Vera, right. Egging her brother on now.
Yeah, here we go. So, Danny, section 4. Let's see what he can do. World number 2 last year. He's going to be fighting hard now. He's a little bit of the underdog. I think he's lost his concentration. Like he's sort of lost his focus a little bit. Not quite the animal that I've seen riding recently at competitions. Here we go.
Also slipping there, like Julian. It's very slippery.
Do you know what? It actually looks like these guys are running pretty hard tyres. They look quite a bit harder than the tyre pressure I was running yesterday. And maybe they just haven't adjusted the tyre pressures properly because they're really slipping quite a lot. We saw the 20s doing it quite nicely and really controlling tyres. It's a very big thing. It's going at a bit of a strange angle there, but yeah, very nicely done. Look at that.
That was very nice. Much harder to land 2 wheels on like that. The other guy's just, jumping straight over.
Throwing the weight over, yeah. That was beautiful. And, let's see, come on. Can you get this one? Yes.
He's up.
Yeah, making really nice work of that. So he's on a good pace. Very good pace.
Gain another 20 points here if he does it in time. So 30 seconds to spare.
Yeah, he's had a little feel out of the obstacle. So by doing that, you can just jump on, not a full send kind of throw at it. There it is, that was lovely. That was really nice move there from Danny Baron. Oh, and a big, oh, and he just didn't hang it over the front enough before he went for that switch. So 40 points for Danny, bringing him up to a total of 90.
Yeah, he's had a really, really big fight here, Danny. That was his best result through these sections here because he's been fighting so hard. You can see there chatting to a legendary Benito Ross on the sidelines, but look at that.
Yeah, Benito Ross is I believe 8 times elite world champion.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. And then there, very nearly got it. He just needs to hang the weight over the front a little bit more, but maybe his weight just wasn't quite there. Incredible ride there. Let's see what Mr. Jack Carthy can do. Now, I spoke to Charlotte earlier on, his partner, and his son Miles. He's actually 5 years old already. And they're here watching and supporting him, of course. It's quite nice that in the UK, next year it'll be in Abu Dhabi, the World Championships. So nice for them to be able to come and support Jack. And I asked Charlotte earlier if he's going to win. She said yes, so, you know.
Well, let's find out.
We can all relax now.
Hey, up to the back wheel there, actually. Not everyone's done it quite like that.
No messing around. Come on, Jack.
He's going to be comfortable with this one here.
Should be.
Doing it
But
static.
Do you know what? You can't take anything for granted. A lot of these guys are wiping out and losing points. Not necessarily on the moves, but everything in between.
Look at that. So controlled. He's
Like
looking good. So
Completely different move to everyone else.
a little bit more time than the others. He's got 10 seconds more than most that have been here.
Here we go. 8 points. Doing well on time. Got to be really accurate on that.
Just floated.
So good, yeah. So good. I did that move yesterday 3 times. It's not as easy as he made it look.
Doesn't look very fun.
Yeah. It was a tricky one. It is a tricky one. Here we go, 40 points. He's only halfway through his time. 2 more gates to go. This is going to be difficult. So 1.5 rotations on the pedals. Wow.
Lovely spot.
Wow. Straight to back wheel. Just pulling sharply back on the front wheel. Now, this big move, can he get it? Is he going to be the first person to get 60 on this section? Oh, he nearly overshot his front wheel.
No.
He jumped that high. That bar is well over the height of my shoulder. It's absolutely huge, isn't it?
I can't believe he just did it like it was a curb.
Yeah, this is some phenomenal riding we're seeing here. Oh, he's got 10 seconds. Come on, Jack. Get the 60 points.
Come on.
Oh, they're saying they've given him a 5 for it.
Let's have a look here. Jack's going to be asking why. He's sort of
like, hang on.
back, yeah, blowing some raspberries here, but look, it's all right, mate. Just move forward.
Yeah, let's just see where that puts Jack in the standings now. That'll put him in 2nd place, 10 points behind Oliver. Well. Oliver Widman is 1 section away from being a world elite champion.
This is
I'm trying to think. I don't think we've had ever a German elite 26-inch champion. We had Marco Hosel in the 20-inch many years ago. That's a bit of an interesting one. I don't know if his front wheel really was out, but you know that's up to the judges.
Yeah, I get it. It's a tough call. It's a tough job.
Very tough call. I would not want to be there.
No way.
No, thank you. Keep
No
in the
way.
commentary box or on my bike. But yeah. So here we go. So Jack is actually behind by 10 points so far, and Oliver Widman is leading the World Championship into the last section. This is literally the most incredible moment. And I've trained a hell of a lot, well, with everyone really, but I've spent a lot of time with Ollie, and I see him put in all the effort and the stresses and strains, and him getting 3rd last year was absolutely incredible. And he is on course to not only finish on the podium, but potentially win a gold medal.
See, Oliver's the second youngest as well, born in 2001.
I can't believe he's 22 years old. Unbelievable. 15 years younger than Vincent.
Incredible. So Marty's going to start us off with section number 5, the Rock and Reels.
Here we go. Let's see how Marty gets on in this section. Marty currently sitting in 3rd place, so if he has a good ride, I think he's actually in a very comfortable 3rd place. He's got a 30-point lead ahead of Julian. So plays his cards right, he's going to be up on the podium. And Danny Baron, who was 2nd in the World Championships last year, tied points with Jack Carthy, is actually going to finish 6th place. So not quite what he was looking for. Come on, Marty, he just needs to keep his concentration together. I think he's going to go for this gap. I reckon he is.
Go on, Marty. Come on, it's still last.
maybe not, maybe not.
And it's safe, because will this be his first podium in the World Championships?
I believe it will be in the World Championship. I think he was on the podium a couple of times in the World Cups, but not in the World Championship. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, he's going to want to do well here.
I would say getting 30 points now, as he's done. Yeah, he's guaranteed 3rd place. He's guaranteed 3rd place. It's whether he's 1st, 2nd or 3rd now. So the next 40 seconds will, well, the next few minutes really.
Look at the wheel barely fitting inside there, look.
Yeah, this is the difference between 20 and 26. There's really not a lot of room. Got to do this big move to the hook. Oh, he's landed that perfectly. The 26-inch bike, I do actually think fits a little bit better than the 20-inch on that.
Just look at that, handlebars right to his crotch there, like so difficult to manoeuvre.
Come on, Marty. Come on, he's got to really pull back on those bars. Stop the bike from twisting left and right. There it is. There it is.
Great work.
Oh my God, 40 points. Can he get the 50? Can he get the 50? That's it, he jumps up into 1st place for the time being. Here we go, he's got 1, and that's time at the bar.
We haven't seen anyone get that gate yet.
No, not yet.
When we went there this morning, I thought, God, I would not want to be rolling at that.
Now, yes, well done, Marty. Takes his applause very, very well.
Very happy chap.
Yeah, that is a podium position for Marty Vieira, I think. Oh, no, let's have a look. Just going to update the scores on our board here. So, yeah, 180 points. He's 70 points ahead of Julian and Vincent. So they can't make the podium now. So he will be guaranteed at least 3rd place, at least. Now, the interesting thing is here, I know that move on gate number 4, Jack did that in the semi-finals yesterday, instead of going round to the right-hand side. So we had a bit more of an open gate. We didn't have to go through to the hook, but Jack actually just did that anyway.
Out of choice.
Out of choice, yeah. And so he's done it. He knows he can do it. So I would say that's a solid 40 points on this section. So it's really going to be up to these guys. Get as many points as they can and keep pushing him. Vincent fighting for decision whether he's going to be 4th or 5th, I believe, at the moment. Danny Draitlin just by 20 points. Top 3 riders here really pushing the boat out. And also, Oliver Widman will be guaranteed a point on the podium already as well. It'll either be 1st, 2nd or 3rd. Wow, this is really, really tense. Look at this move. Great view there. So as he goes over, he's got to land his right foot really, really high so it doesn't touch the rock. Touch anything but your tyres, you're going to be penalised for it. Slightly different way, just going through the cable rail rather than going over the rock. Now, will he go for the gap?
You really want to see it. I mean, if he's got not much to lose, just come on. Go on, Vince.
Up on the back tyre. There he is. Yeah! Well done, Vincent. Only rider to do the gap so far.
Fantastic work, Vincent, there. That's what the crowd wanted to see, and that was really, really, really big gap. You can see him, he's going to attack this gap to hook, which is never really used to be a thing. It's quite a recent move.
Yeah, and it's a difficult setup for it as well. So he's going to have to go, if you see it here on the back wheel, on the edge. That's it. Now, landing, he's also got to make sure that his right foot there, his toes are just back off that. This is a very awkward move. Not a lot of space for the front wheel. Just pulling on the handlebars, working the lats hard, pulling really hard through the posterior chain here. There it is.
Nice.
Pulling that front wheel right over the other side. Not a lot of space. What a shot that is. What a shot. 10 seconds left.
He's just
not going to go for the
there.
last gate. That's 40 points for Vincent. The last section.
Well done, Vincent. That's fantastic. I mean, listen, he's been doing it for so long. This is it's probably even more impressive that he's still riding these competitions at the age that he is now, and all of that.
39 years young, mate.
It's so impressive.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he's going to give a big pat on the back there for doing so well, and just to prove that he's still up there with the top boys.
Absolutely, yeah.
Here we
It's
are.
funny. A lot of people kind of
Look at
that gap. Look at it. Look at that. Fantastic. Right on the edge, on the back wheel. Look at this. Big compression, kick off there. And you can see that tiny little ledge that the back wheel just about lands on. And just imagine how hard it is to pull from that position, pull up to 2 wheels on that move.
So hard as well. Fitting their big bike onto that small cotton reel just looks so scary.
Absolutely. Interestingly, the geometry for bikes has gone from long to short recently. Everyone kind of went longer and longer and longer, and now they're going shorter and shorter and shorter because the bikes can fit into these kind of awkward obstacles. So here we go. Oliver, as soon as he gets 10 points, he will jump up to first place, I believe. Yeah. There we go. So a bit of pressure on Ollie. Keep his head together. Like I said, he is good at keeping his head together. He's up into first place. Can you believe it?
This is some.
Couldn't be prouder of Ollie if I tried. This is amazing.
So young as well. Still got his whole riding career, only 22 years old, and right now,
There we go. He's got another. He's still in the lead.
points.
Ollie having the ride of his life. I can't believe it. This is fantastic. At the moment, he is looking at being a world elite champion, the first German to do it in the 26-inch category.
I'm surprised he didn't go for the gap there, actually. I've seen him do some pretty big gaps, but it's all right, playing it safe here because he
Playing it
knows he's
safe.
got a chance.
Yeah, 50 seconds left. If he can get 40 points, 40, 50 points,
Good.
even 60 points. Here we go.
Fantastic.
Come on, Ollie.
Gap into hook here as well. This is really impressive. He'll be comfortable with this. Just composing himself.
Incredibly tense moment.
I know, my back's hurting from tensing up so much.
Here we go. Big gap to the hook. That's it. Keeping his foot back.
Come on, Oliver.
A lot of people shouting out. Gets all of the Germans in the audience going crazy. Everybody wants him to do really well. Come on. There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. Woo! Yes. Oh my God.
Yes.
Ah.
No,
Come on. 40 points. 40 points for Oliver Widman. Incredible. Incredible ride from Oliver Widman. He is going to be guaranteed second place, maybe world champion. Just Jack Carthy can stop him now. Oh, still got a tense moment.
Oh my goodness. What a day. What a day so far. There's still 3 riders to go.
Incredible day. My, this has literally been the best finals ever. It's just absolutely fantastic. Even the weather has just played such a massive role in this. And again, huge shout out to the camera crew for really getting these incredible angles. Look at that.
Hey.
Look at that, the back tire. Just fighting for every ounce of grip there. And that is incredible
Look at
performance by
that.
Oliver Widman. He's going to be second or first in the world. Amazing. So Julian, he got 60 points here. He would jump up into 4th place. Arguably would get 3rd place before Jack starts. Here we go, straight through. First 10 points.
See there, some of it's dried up a little bit too, I think. You've seen the top of the...
Whoa. Wow, that was a completely different approach. We haven't seen anybody else approach it like that.
No.
So pedal up to back wheel and then just controlling up the back tyre, throwing the front wheel over. That was a pretty cool approach to it. The sky in the background here is actually looking incredibly dark.
So he can hold out just for the last few riders now, hopefully. He's gone for the gap. Fantastic work from Julian there. Wonderful, wonderful work.
I have to say, doing the other gap earlier on in the concrete jungle section, like, fair play to him for going for that gap. It is a huge gap to do in the middle of a competition when it means so much in the points. Here we go. Come on, Julian.
Oh, he's going to have to
back
turn
wheel.
to compose his... balance is
Relax.
getting affected
Look at that,
there.
fighting. As soon as your balance is gone, very hard to bring it back. Oh, look, it's just that position is just awful. You can see the handlebars so far back. Whoa, whoa,
He did.
nearly lost the front wheel.
What a save.
Switches and just dives straight through. Oh, and falls and puts his foot down, which means he can't get the points for the next gate. But he has got 40 points. So he's going to keep on fighting. Can he get this? We haven't seen anybody do this move yet. Very close.
So tough. Look at that. Just look how thin that is. Just, you see that tiny, those gates. It's the width of his tyre.
It is absolutely incredible.
So that'll give him 150 points now. So neck on neck with Vincent there for fourth or fifth, but I think that might bottle down to the semi-final results. So still 2 riders to go. Danny Baron, who's had a really tough ride, but here's Julian's save here. So 2 wheels and then just nearly lost the front wheel. Left foot out.
What a hold.
That was a
And
battle.
then gap straight over the rock. Look at this. To be in this position, throw to the back tyre and just chuck it all the way to the floor. Like a 3.5 metre drop. These terrible conditions.
Great ride, Julian, man.
Julian
really.
just jumping up there, yeah, into 4th place. So Vincent will be 5th. And here we go. Danny Baron qualified in 2nd place, 2nd in the World Championships last year. Let's see what he can do in this section. I think Danny's going to want to prove that he can do 60 points in this section. He's got absolutely nothing to lose, so he can just push really hard, try whatever he likes.
Yeah. And probably have a lot of fun with it, because that's what I noticed from Danny. He's a really happy chap, really enjoys the riding, and he's just an all-round great guy. So I know here he's going to make sure he has a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Not only that, but actually imagine if he got 60 points, he would jump up into 4th place because he would have a 60 and none of the others do. So actually, he might as well just go for it now and just really try and motor through. He's going to go for this gap.
Go on, Danny.
There it is.
Oh, look at that.
Yes. I'll tell you what, if you want to see a big gap, check out the Shindig Media Instagram. Show you some big street gaps from Glasgow last night on the street ride. Thanks to everyone that turned up for the street ride last night. Competition riders, trials riders. We had Danny McCaskill, the legend himself from Scotland. Probably the most famous, probably bike rider in the world now. And here we go. Oh, Danny just slipping off.
He didn't quite get enough of the front wheel over.
No.
So he's going to try and get off safely here, which is more important. Ooh,
Holding on the back wheel on that rock.
so
as well.
scary. Now, I really want to see, he's going to prove now, just to say,
Look at this, he's got 40 seconds.
I know, and no one's done this yet.
No.
So
That is rapid.
Let's see.
Rapid riding.
go on, Danny. Come on, get through this. Oh, lovely first attempt there, little roll.
Yeah. If there was like a little notch for the front tyre that you could just grip onto, it would be fantastic. Oh, so close.
You know what? Fantastic effort. He's just asking, did he get through the gate? But I think because it went over the rope, but unfortunately, still smiling.
Not sure. He's saying 40. He was over saying 40 there, so he did get 40 points. Oh, if he got 40 points, then that actually means that they did give him the points for getting through that gate. We technically did it.
Yeah, so yeah, he did. No one.
His rear axle must have just gone through the edge of that. But he lost the points for the 4th gate, but got the points for the 5th gate. So Danny Buron will finish 6th in the world. It's now down to Jack Carthy. He will be riding for the decision of the podium. Let's work this out. Jack Carthy is going to need how many points? So Jack is at the moment guaranteed 3rd place on 160. If he gets 50,
Needs 50.
he needs 50. Nobody's got 50. We've only had 40s. The pressure is unreal. Oh, strap yourselves in, guys. Here we go. Jack Carthy riding for the best score. The rain has just started as well. Everything against him. Can he bring it back? We are tense here. Oh, good. I don't even know what to do. So he's got to move quickly, fluidly, and not make a mistake. Come on, Jack. Do not let us down. Here we go.
Nice flow so far.
Come on. So up to back wheel, turning round. This is a tricky one. Very difficult for a lefty. Look at that. Oh my God. Perfect positions with the tyres. Can he get this? Going for a slightly different approach. Going up onto the rock here. He's trying to chill out. Trying to keep relaxed. That's it. He's up to 2nd place on the back wheels. Decided to drop down. 1 minute 15. His facial expression has changed here.
So far, the top boys didn't
Very
gap,
serious.
you know, so we'll see. He took a much safer option.
Yeah. Come on, Jack.
So he's going to need...
He's under quite a lot of pressure here. He's got 1 minute to earn 20 points. He has to clean this gate. Just imagine that kind of pressure on your shoulders. Come on, Jack, you got this. You got this. So like I said, he did this in the semi-finals. He's done it a couple of times. He knows he can do it. He's good on this move. Get the bike ready. Throws it up, back wheel, back wheel. Look at that. Come on, Jack. Now he's got to get this impossible gate. He's got 30 seconds.
Goodness me.
Ooh, what's happening? I can't watch. I can't watch. Oh my God, 20 seconds. He's got to do the impossible gate. Now, if he can do what Danny Buron did and just get the wheels. He's done it! He's done it! He's done it! He's got the 50 points! He's got the feature, 10 seconds left. Jack Carthy is world champion under all of that pressure. Oh my God! What a moment! What a moment! Oliver Widman, just the closest 2nd place. Again, another year the same points.
He's there.
Oh, look at this.
He's screaming with joy.
Much pressure. Come on, look at that. Great Britain's next gold medal. Look at this. He can't contain himself. He's absolutely loving it. That is absolutely amazing. Oliver Widman must be gutted, but equally incredibly proud moment for Oliver Widman. 2nd place in the World Championships. Jack Carthy is the now 6 times UCI Trials World Champion. What a moment in the rain in Scotland. The greatest 26-inch rider in terms of gold medals ever.
Just wow. I think we're going to hear from Jack in a very...
I don't even know
very quickly
what to say.
So, I think we're going to hear a few words from Jack himself, who's absolutely buzzing, as you can see.
Can't believe that. The most exciting final I've seen in a long time. Driving down with rain. Huge thank you to the organisers here and to all the camera crew for capturing this incredible historic moment.
Yeah, the production team, the directors, this has been fantastic, really amazing. Just let's look at some of Jack's highlights here. Coming back with 10 points in his first section.
Look at this. What a comeback.
Wow.
What a comeback. I can't believe it. We were all on tenterhooks.
Oh, look at that. The prayers everywhere.
The disbelief on that guy's face. I didn't even know that that was possible, that line. And under that pressure, and he still managed to get all that power in through that straight line on the 5th gate. Come on, Jack.
Living on a high. Just, yes. Oh, my goodness.
And the heavens have opened to celebrate as everybody moves over to the stage, and we will have shortly the podiums for 20 and 26-inch elite. So we're going to go over to a few words from Jack Carthy, if you have a little interview to see on his thoughts on the competition.
Jack, after possibly the worst start to an elite final in the history of the sport, here you stand, world champion, and it's your 6th time. Has it even begun to sunk in yet?
To be honest, I worked really hard at this, and to be honest, I hadn't lost in 2019. So for me, I feel when I come here, all I've got to do is lose. So that's how much pressure I put on myself. I even say to myself, if you can't win, you need to stop. And I've always been really hard on myself like that. And honestly, I've never celebrated I've won 10 world titles from kids all the way up, well, 11 now. And I've never celebrated anything, but I'm celebrating this one now, and I'm going to enjoy it. Yeah, it's not normal. I think it's normal doing this, and it's not normal. There's no normal about it. But yeah, I gambled on the first one. I wanted to get a lead, and it went wrong again, like it went wrong in China. It's gone wrong everywhere doing this, and I've had to chase it. But yeah, that was it. I even said before the competition, I have to win it before that obstacle, and then I had to gamble the obstacle and go for it. But yeah, I'm happy with it. What I've done, I can't believe it, to be honest.
Celebrations tonight?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm chilling out now. I need to chill out. Yeah.
Massive congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
So there we go. Amazing words there from Jack. Like he said, he never goes out and celebrates. We've been with him everywhere. I've been his minder in World Championships as he's won the world title. And as soon as he's finished, he's like, yeah, I want to win next year. That's straight away
Strong
next
words
season.
from Jack. Because like he said, he comes in not to lose now, puts so much pressure on himself.
And like he said, he hasn't lost a competition since 2019.
Fantastic.
Yeah, he's literally won every World Cup and everything he's entered since 2019. And of course, what was it, 2 titles before that as well. So that's it, 6 times world champion. He wants to go down in the record books.
Making history here today.
That was really exciting, but big shout to everybody that made the finals. Incredible riding from all of them. Had some amazing moments. And here we go, some highlights from Jack's run for his 6th elite world champion title. Charlotte and his partner Charlotte and his son Miles here to watch the moment he becomes the greatest 26-inch rider in UCI competitive history.
And I think he's definitely earned himself to celebrate. And as he said today, I hope he does. You know, whatever that means to Jack,
even
go
if
and
it's a
celebrate.
shandy, let's go and do it.
Yeah, so I hope he lets loose a little bit now. Just look at the joy, the excitement. It doesn't matter how many times he wins. You can see it in his face. It always feels just as good.
I remember him saying it's hard to win, but it's harder to keep winning.
That's a really strong statement there.
Yeah.
And even in these conditions. So here are the results again.
Last year we had a tied 1st and 2nd. This year a tied 1st and 2nd.
So close.
Was so tight. And Oliver Widman, a ride of his life. Incredible consistency throughout. Marty Vierda did everything he could. Amazing ride from Marty there as well. 3rd place in the world in 2023. But Jack Carthy just coming back from a 10 points in the first section.
What a show. What a show.
What a show. If you don't enjoy that, you're not going to enjoy anything.
Oh, man,
Incredible.
this is now like, that's another gold medal for the British team here today at Glasgow.
Is that 53 medals in total?
We're about to find out.
Table here, 22 gold, 53 in total. Absolutely unbelievable. And 4 of them, are from the trials alone. Considering there's no backing for trials from Great Britain, that is a very impressive feat. These are all self-funded, self-motivated people. They've done incredibly well to come here under completely their own steam.
Dedicating their lives to their bikes.
Dedicating their lives to the joy and passion of this incredible sport. And yeah, incredible.
This has probably been one of the best world championships ever.
I really think it is. I mean, I've commentated, obviously, a lot of competitions, a lot of world championships and World Cups in my time, and taken part, and this has been really, really epic. Every single one was fantastic. Beautiful looking course. Yeah, just absolutely incredible.
I'm still a little bit, even I'm living off the excitement here, and we can see all of the crowds now gathering over to the stage to see those other UCI gold medals being handed out.
Yeah, so just a few minutes, everyone's going to relocate. The rain well and truly coming down again now. And yeah, what a moment to win in style in the UK, in the rain, for Jack Carthy there. I just can't believe it again. Such a close competition. Been very, very dominant in the World Cups, and then come here. Everybody's obviously stepped their game up. He's made a little mistake at the beginning. Oliver Widman staying completely level-headed, and really just such an incredible ride for him the whole way through. So yeah, absolutely amazing. Oh, we got a bit of thunder and lightning as well now, just to top the day off.
Just to add to the excitement.
Extra bit of drama with thunder and lightning. Beautiful looking course here. I wish this could stay here permanently and we could just stay here and ride.
We can see the stage there as the people gather. They'll be getting the medals ready. Just another medal for Jack to add to his collection. He's got quite the collection.
I'm not going to lie, yeah. Obviously, I've been at his place and trained with him, and yeah, I mean, he has a massive trophy. It's actually not even in his house. It's now in his parents' house, and it's an entire trophy room, almost as big as Kenny Blaze.
So an entire room dedicated to trophies.
Trophies, medals. I mean, he's won, and interestingly enough, he's won a lot of stuff, but he actually only rides the World Cups and World Championships and Europeans. That's all he rides now. So, yeah, he does a couple of C1 events occasionally, but not many. So he's just there for the big boy events, put his stamp down on history. Absolutely incredible. Very, very impressive.
Will be first up with the ceremony will probably be the 20-inch men's elite there. We think we're just going to look back on some of Jack's best moments here in the finals. Look at this, just fantastic. You can see the rain here as well.
This is the moment. This is the line that sealed his victory. Not only that, it's to be honest, probably the hardest line in the competition.
It definitely was, and yet
we walked around and we were both kind of, is that possible? And I've been in many finals myself over the years, and I kind of looked at it and went, I don't know, man. That's pretty risky, like move, isn't it? You know, trying to pedal so hard at that thin edge. There Jack is, celebrating, incredibly happy. You can't buy those moments.
No,
you can't buy that hard work.
No, and as you know, and you've spent, as you said, spent a lot of time with him, you really know the work that he puts in to get where he is.
Yeah.
He can't lose.
He actually hasn't had the day off since the last World Championships.
Yeah,
I don't. He's trained every single day.
He doesn't know what day off is,
since
does
the
he?
World Championships. Yeah, he's got a bit of a screw loose on that one, but
I think we all have as trials riders, right? You've got to have.
Wait till he gets to my age, or Kenny's age.
Well, he's only 26 now. I think his birthday was this week.
It was last week, wasn't it?
Last week?
Yeah, last Thursday, 8th. 27 years old.
7 years old.
Yeah, Men Elite 20-inch ceremony beginning right now. Well, any second now. We're just waiting for the athletes to go round. Of course, they have to go through anti-doping first. Been checked, and they will be up on the podium.
Soon to be seeing those medals get it handed over. More importantly, I think lots of the people been competing for the Highland Cow rather than the medal. It seems like something that's worth just as much gold as the medals are here. You can see some of the thunder going on here.
So the rain drilling down, but everybody with the umbrellas, the umbrella crew.
Yeah.
Here, look at that UCI rainbow poncho.
Oh, yes.
Rather lovely.
Look at that sky there now.
Just want to say as well, actually, take this opportunity to say a huge thank you to all the sponsors that got on board with this event, to everybody that's put in the time, the effort, all of the crew here to create such an amazing event. It's a huge amount of work here, especially this being the first time they've had essentially the Cycling Olympics, where they've had all the disciplines, all the rainbow jerseys in one place over 2 weeks. Not easy to put together.
Yeah.
Building just this course is a huge amount of effort for everybody involved, and done really well. In this park, we've had Flatland BMX, Freestyle BMX, and the Trials event.
What an
event, eh? What an event.
And this whole field's just been filled with excitement, with skills and talent, and of course, fantastic atmosphere throughout the days, regardless of the weather.
Yeah, regardless of the weather, absolutely. And next up, we are going to be off to the World Cup in Aarhus in Denmark. So tune in, the Shindig media guys. We will be over there commentating for that one as well. So that's going to be a very, very exciting event. That's going to be the third and final World Cup of the year. I believe that's 3 weekends away. So do tune in for that. Yeah, not far to go for that one. And the European Championships in Poprad in Slovakia the week after that. We will be travelling straight over to Poprad. And again, we will be there with you, commentating, bringing you the highs and lows, the ups and downs, the gaps and hooks of trials.
Oh man, I've still got adrenaline going through my body now. A little bit of a shake on.
That was really exciting. I mean,
it really was.
I don't know how Jack managed to keep that together and keep pushing.
I'm wondering if even he knows how he kept it together.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. So that's 5 out of the last 6 years, is it? Six out of the last 7 years that he's won. Incredible force.
Unbelievable.
With. But the likes of Ollie Widman, all these finalists just nipping on his heels. Right day, they're all training hard. It's just motivation for them to come back and to beat him next year. Next year we will be in Abu Dhabi. Somewhat different climate to here. A touch warmer. We were there last year. It was very nice.
I think it will be their winter.
Their winter, so barely 40 degrees.
Yeah. And the last time we were there it was extremely hot, you know. So I think we head over to the ceremony
of the
now.
2023 UCI Cycling World Championships in Glasgow and across Scotland.
Mesdames et messieurs, bienvenue à la cérémonie protocolaire des championnats du monde de cyclisme UCI 2023 à Glasgow et à travers l'Écosse.
The medal ceremony of the UCI Cycling World Championships, Men Elite 20 inches.
Cérémonie protocolaire des championnats du monde de cyclisme UCI 2023, hommes élite 20 pouces.
The medals and jersey will be presented by Jose Manuel Pelez, UCI Management Committee member.
Les médailles et les maillots seront remis par José Manuel Pelaz, membre du comité directeur de l'UCI.
In third place and winner of the bronze medal representing Great Britain.
À la troisième place et vainqueur de la médaille de bronze représentant Grande-Bretagne, Charlie Rolls.
In second place and winner of the silver medal representing Spain.
À la deuxième place et vainqueur de la médaille d'argent représentant Espagne, Borja Conejos Vázquez.
In first place, UCI World Champion and winner of the gold medal representing Spain.
À la première place, champion du monde UCI et gagnant de la médaille d'or représentant Espagne, Alejandro Montalvo Mia.
gifts will be presented by Leia DeVos, World Bicycle Relief, official global charity partner of 2023 UC Cycling World Championships.
Les cadeaux seront remis par Léa DeVos, World Bicycle Relief, partenaire caritatif mondial officiel des championnats du monde de cyclisme UCI 2023.
The Tissot watch will be presented by Jose Manuel Pelez, UCI Management Committee member.
La montre Tissot sera présentée par José Manuel Pérez, membre du comité directeur de l'UCI.
Ladies and gentlemen, in honour of our new UCI World Champion, we present the national anthem of Spain.
Mesdames et messieurs, en l'honneur de notre nouveau champion du monde UCI, nous vous présentons l'hymne national d'Espagne.
Please, one more time, your applause for our medalists.
Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez applaudir une dernière fois nos médaillés. Charlie Rolls, Borja Conejos Vázquez, Alejandro Montalvo Mia.
So there we go, we see our winners. Alejandro Montalvo in first place, elite 20-inch champion.
Yes,
Borja
Spanish.
in second and Charlie Rolls in third place. That was an exciting competition.
Yes, really, probably, I've said it once, I'll say it again, and I don't mind. It's probably the best World Championships we've had in a long time here.
Super, super exciting. They could have actually put a little shelter over the top of the podium.
Oh, they've got to give them the full experience. Alejandro there.
Scottish experience. Look at that. That is an amazing piece of footage.
I'm baffed. Look at that.
That's incredible. Incredible. Just riding in these conditions, you know. It's amazing. And there it is, the
Look at
moment
that.
Alejandro became world champion. He's been trying for so long. Junior world champion. He was looking really strong, and then now, finally, he wins.
So, and probably experiencing emotions he's never experienced before. Absolutely incredible ride there.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. Really is amazing. That was very exciting, and actually the scores were really incredible.
Because he's only 23 years of age, Alejandro.
And actually he finished on 250 points, so he was 40 points ahead of Jack and Oliver in 26.
Here he is. That really important moment now where he gets to sign. Don't get it wet, though.
I don't think there's any chance of him not getting it wet, mate.
So look at just the official signature happening now. Goodness me, I don't know how these guys will celebrate, but I know they like to let loose and really celebrate these guys.
We will all be going out for a little drink tonight, a little bit of blow off the steam before the World Cup, because they still want to go and win the World Cup overall as well. So not long until we will be doing that. Just 3 weeks away in Denmark.
Just an incredible
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the reporter mic. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely incredible, and just everyone has really played their part this week, as well as the production team, the punters, the people here that came to enjoy the trials, and obviously the riders too, the managers, and all of those families that support them. Just an amazing, amazing competition.
Yeah, it has been absolutely fantastic. It's been a pleasure to ride, a pleasure to watch, and overall just a pleasure being in Scotland. So big shout out to Scotland for hosting such an incredible event.
Yeah, Glasgow, you've been a fantastic city to host this one, and I know I've had a fantastic time here, even in the box. We don't get to be out there in amongst it all, but I tell you what, we really felt the energy.
Absolutely, yeah. And don't forget, you can follow us on social media, Andre Burton and Matt Pengelly. You can follow Shindig Media, and you can just get in touch with us and follow all the competitions that come up as well. We will be covering all of them. So we're just going to go for a quick interview now with Alejandro.
Alejandro, obviously a very emotional performance, but can you sum up what it means to be stood there in the rainbow jersey for the first time?
It's awesome. I don't have any words to explain this feeling. It's just a dream that comes through today. The race was super hard until the last gate, so yeah, I have no word to explain this feeling, but yeah, I worked so hard for the last year, so I think it's the moment to enjoy and live it.
I think now we will head over back to the ceremony for the 26-inch men's elite.
The medal ceremony of the UCI Cycling World Championships Men Elite 26 inches.
Cérémonie protocolaire des championnats du monde du cyclisme UCI 2023, Homme Elite 26 pouces.
The medals and jersey will be presented by Jose Manuel Peleas, UCI Management Committee member.
Les médailles et le maillot seront remis par José Manuel Pérez, membre du comité directeur de l'UCI.
In third place and winner of the bronze medal representing Spain.
À la troisième place et vainqueur de la médaille de bronze représentant Espagne, Martí Vereda Vendrell.
In second place and winner of the silver medal representing Germany.
À la deuxième place et vainqueur de la médaille d'argent représentant Allemagne, Oliver Wiedmann.
In first place, UCI World Champion and winner of the gold medal representing Great Britain.
À la première place, champion du monde ICI et gagnant de la médaille d'or représentant Grande-Bretagne, Jack Carthy.
The gifts Cross will be presented by Leia DeVos, World Bicycle Relief official global charity partner of 2023 UCI Cycling World Championships.
Les cadeaux seront remis par Léa DeVos, World Bicycle Relief, partenaire caritatif mondial officiel des championnats du monde de cyclisme UCI 2023.
The Tissot Watch will be presented by Jose Manuel Callejas, UCI Management Committee member.
La montre Tissot sera présentée par José Manuel Pérez, membre du comité directeur de l'UCI.
Ladies and gentlemen, in honour of our new UCI World Champion, we present the national anthem of Great Britain.
Mesdames et messieurs, en l'honneur de notre nouveau champion du monde UCI, nous vous présentons l'hymne national de Grande-Bretagne.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, one more time your applause for our medalists.
Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez applaudir une dernière fois nos médaillés. Marty Vereda Vendrell, Oliver Wiedmann, Jack Carthy.
What a fantastic result. Oh, wow. Jack Carthy winning another world title.
Make him the most successful trials competitor in the UCI ever in 26-inch category, winning more titles than Gilles Castellier, managed to win 5 world champion titles in elite, and Kenny Belay, that was with us just a minute ago, 4 world champion titles, and now Jack has won 6 out of the last 7 years, which is pretty incredible stuff. Let's see if we can make the golden 10.
Yeah.
The most amount of elite titles in 20-inch is Benito Ross with 8 times world champion.
You can see, and the Germans getting very happy with their result, with Nina coming in at first, and of course, second place, Oliver Wiedmann.
Yes, Oliver Wiedmann getting second place in the 26-inch. He was very close to being world champion.
Big fight there, wasn't
What
it?
a moment for him. I think he was probably in disbelief.
Yeah, I know he'll be out tonight celebrating Mr. Smooth himself out there.
We'll be with Mr. Smooth tonight.
I know who we will be hanging out with, and whatever Jack gets up to, I'm sure he's going to spend time with his family, with Charlotte and Miles. And what a way to end today's competition. In fact, the World Championships again. What? What?
Look of disbelief on everyone's face there.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, he just cleared gate 5.
Absolutely fantastic. Just overseeing that moment, Jack celebrating when he just found out he'd won.
A little bit of info. Charlotte, his partner, apparently said just before he wrote the section that he said it wasn't possible to do gate 5. She said, "You're going to do gate 5. Shut up and get on with it." There we go.
That's the type of encouragement sometimes. Jack, tough love, they call it, right?
Yeah, that's what he needed. For Charlotte to say, of course you can. Come on,
Yeah.
let's go.
What a support she is as well to his career. Extremely supportive partner. And what a fantastic result. Oh, it's just incredible. You can see there our first, second and third. Just checking it's not chocolate. Yep, that is in fact gold. And there he is, little Miles, Jack's son. Look at that smile. He's going to put it on. Look at that. How cool.
That is a moment.
Giving it to Miles, letting him have... So happy. What a result. And I think we've got the shot here now of Jack signing that shirt. Oh, just another signature there. And his dad's going to be watching at home as well, you know. He usually comes along with Jack.
Yeah, we've got to give a shout out to Mick, his dad, and his mum as well. They've put in a huge amount of effort. Mick is there every training session. He's now his full-time coach. He's really helping him. On the medal table there, by the way, 22 gold medals now, 53 in total. Absolutely insane, doubling second and third place there for the gold medals. And yeah, Jack's dad, Mick Carthy, really putting in a huge amount of effort. Unfortunately, unwell and wasn't able to be here. It's the first competition he hasn't been to in many, many years. So that was another added pressure for Jack. Mick being his absolute rock there, but it's fantastic to see everybody around supporting him into another victory.
Yeah, it's fantastic there. So just checking out the cycling medal table here, just so you can see all of the countries that have competed here in Scotland this year at the Cycling World Championships. Now we're going to head straight back down to our winner. Quick interview with the rainbow jersey.
Jack, you once said that the hardest thing in sport is not winning, but keeping winning. As you stand here for the 11th time across your career with the rainbow stripes, what's your secret?
I don't know. I don't know why I keep doing this, but yeah, I love the competitiveness of it, and I just love the challenge, and yeah, I just keep going and trying my best and keep. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know why I still do it, but I do, and yeah, I love it. I love competing, and I just love the challenge. Yeah.
As a dad yourself, what advice do you have to young kids who look at trials and think maybe that's something that they would like to take up?
Yeah, for me, do anything you enjoy. That's what I did as a kid, and anything you enjoy, do it. Go for it, don't hold back, go for it. And that's all I did, and I turned it into my life and kept going from there. So yeah, if you enjoy it, do it, and dedicate your life to it, and I'm sure you can do whatever you want. You know, anything's possible, as we see it today, you know. So yeah, just keep going and trying your best, yeah.
Good advice. Thanks so much. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wise words there from Jack Carthy. That is it. If you're good at something, keep going with it. Enjoy yourself. And we're going to leave you there. I've been Andre Burton.
And I've been Matt Pengelly. Thank you so much for listening, guys, and what an exciting time. We'll see you again here very soon.
And don't forget Tom Hutley, our host for yesterday's semi-final.
Yes, shout out to Tom Hutley. Thank you so much, guys. So enjoy your evening, whatever you get up to, stay safe. As Jack said, whatever you do, do what you love.
Absolutely.
Thank you.